So I'm undefeated. Jumping out of my skin protocol. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we want. Don't make us lie. Say I'll treat
I don't know if you have to talk into the device or... let me quickly check that. Okay. Do you want to plug it in quickly? Just check. What are you hearing now? What's the
Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Good, sounding good, yeah. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, thanks. Cheers. Yeah.
Test 1 2 3.
Okay, so we won't hear what's actually being said. So we don't have to wear these. But maybe I can just hold it like this. Actually, no, I'm just going to hold it first. Hold it like this. When we talk to each other like a prophet, they can probably pick up what you're saying. So like if we talk to each other like super calm, but I think when I say something like to you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, our 22 viewers. Welcome to the 2025 Growthpoint IPT men's final between Northern Gauteng in blue and South African country districts in black. We've got our number 4s up first. Connor Earl versus Rudy van Niekerk to start the fixture. Just to give you a bit of context, we've had 4 finals between SACD and Northern so far today. Men's B, where South African country districts took the final there, took the win, 4-1 in matches. We had Ladies B, where Northerns took the fixture 4-1 as well. And we had Ladies A, where SACD took the fixture 5-0. And this will be the 4th. I'm joined here by Pierre Mornay. My name is Barry Kutsia. We'll be providing some commentary throughout the fixture. Please drop your comments and likes.
Yeah, Barry, as you can see, the crowd's really excited for this one. We've got a packed court here at Crusaders in Rebecca. It's been a lovely 5 days, and this is what it all comes down to. Barry, predictions for today?
Yeah, I'm going to try and give you my unbiased opinion here. And I might get fined for this later, but to give you a realistic prediction, I would have to say 4-1 in matches to SACD. I'm backing Connor Earl to run in this match and to take Rudy out. But I think playing order for today, 4-1-2-5-3. So number 4 is obviously on now. Number 5 is going to be Nikhil Pather versus Jonty Matthijs. It's quite a tough one. Nikhil's never beaten Jonty. Number 1's obviously Damien and Dewald are top 2 in the country. Should be a great display of squash, but at the moment I think Dewald is just the stronger player. Number 2's JP Brits versus Jared Cousins. And number 3's we've got Judah Phillips versus Ruel Videla.
Yeah, Barry, I'd have to tend to agree with you there. On paper, SAD should take this. But if you look at the northern side, there's quite a lot of youngsters this year. A lot of juniors coming through the ranks quite nicely. A lot of players playing for their first A side for Connor Earl, is that correct?
Connor Earl and Judah.
And Judah. And yeah, this is sort of experience that you want as a junior to play in these finals at Jarvis and play against the top guys in the country.
No, for sure. It's nice to see the young guys coming through. And I mean, you got a lot of these young guys pushing into the top 20 in the country now. I mean, Connor Earl. As you can see, we've got a great show of support here today. Connor actually playing his first cap for Northerns, his first Jarvis for Northerns, and that in the S side as well with Judah as well. So yeah, we're in for a good match. Looking forward to it.
First point to Northerns there. So Barry, obviously he's very experienced. He's been around the block a few times. This is not his first rodeo. What does Connor need to do early in this game to make sure he gets the upper hand and gets Northerns on the right foot?
You know, Pierre, there's really only one thing Connor can do, and I mean, that's just his game. All he has to do is run, work those rallies, get those lengths in. I think if he can stretch the game out and stretch the rallies out, he can actually catch Rudy on fitness. Rudy obviously an experienced player, as you said, but I think Connor has got the age, he's got the upper hand on the age. So if he can just keep his head and stay patient and stay disciplined, I think he just needs to work this ball to the back for as long as he can. and stretch those rallies out.
No, I agree with you, Barry. And chat to us about the playing conditions here in Gqeberha. Obviously, it's a coastal city. We're using a double yellow. And yeah, tell us about what you have to try and adjust to your game here if you don't live here.
Yeah, good point, Pierre. Good point. So obviously, Rudy actually comes from Eastern Province, having lived here in PE or Gqeberha, and then Connor also comes from East London originally. So both of them originally are actually coastal players. But basically, what you see here at the coast is the ball floating quite slowly through the air, but it comes pretty fast off the front wall and then it dies in the back. So you get rewarded for a good length when the ball dies in the back, but yeah, the touch drops in the front really stays short if you play it well enough. So I think the one who starts dropping first is probably going to get rewarded. But as you see, for now, the players are challenging each other in the back here. Not a lot of short shots coming in. And then obviously, very important, you have to take away the opponent's time and bring in the volleys as much as you can. You can see both players working that volley. We're up to 50 viewers, and we want to say thank you for tuning in and welcome. Score currently 1-1 in this first set between the number 4s. Great kill shot there from Rudy. It's one thing he can do. Connor's going to have to keep the ball away from him, keep it tight. What is your prediction for this match specifically, Pierre?
No, I agree with what you said earlier. I think Connor Earls is going to have to fight for it very hard. He's going to have to work Rudy into all four corners. But he's got a natural flair for the game. Very passionate player. And I think if he can compose himself all the way through, I think he's going to take this one 3-1.
I like that prediction, Pierre. Another question, Connor obviously coming from USA's last week, and as we know, it's quite a lot of squash being played there. In the 5 days of the tour, they had 9 matches. So now, adding another 4 matches onto that actually brings it to his 14th match in 2 weeks. Do you think that's going to play a role in the legs and the fitness, or do you think it pretty much evens things out for them?
No, listen, Barry, July is squash season in South Africa, so players have been training this all year round. They've added it to the calendars pretty much from the year before already. So as much squash he's played, I think his body's going to hold on. Really now you can see he's looking very comfortable. He's moving well, and Rudy's one that's making the unforced errors early on in this game.
Yeah, good point there about the unforced errors. I mean, you can't be giving away points at this level. And yeah, Connor known for really grinding it out and just getting the ball back. And even if it's a bad shot, making sure it's up. So yeah, I think Rudy hitting his 3rd or 4th unforced error in this game and giving Connor the upper lead. Score currently 4-2 to the old brother. Oh.
Another mistake there from Rudy, and Connor's really starting to get comfortable into this game. Oi! And that's the first pancake of the day.
So I can't even hit a nick that flat if I tried. I think what I missed as well earlier up here is, might have mentioned it, but you definitely have to volley in these conditions. I mean, you have to take the opponent's time away, move them in the back. So I think that's also going to be an important part of this game. First unforced error there for Connor, giving Rudy a chance to get back into it. Looking to equalize at 4-5 currently.
Yeah, these middle points are going to be crucial for both players here. Obviously now they've got their eye and they're warm, they're seeing the ball well now. And these next 2-3 points are sort of going to set up the... Whoop. Yes, let. Rudy obviously wanting the stroke. I felt that Connor was in the way there just too long. But I think great call. 4-5.
Yeah, I mean, these refs are professionals and they do this for a living, so you really can't argue with them. They know the rules. Rudy equalizing at 5-5 now after another unforced error there from Connor. And a great length. New leader. Rudy looking a bit more settled now and looking to attack a bit. Really hitting that ball super cleanly. Connor on the defending end.
Yeah, you can see Rudy getting a bit more vim into his shots there, and making sure they get to the back with interest. And he's been able to amass 4 points in a row here.
So important to hit that back wall on the length. I mean, as soon as it touches the side wall, the ball just stops. So you really have to make sure you hit a nice straight length or a deep cross court to actually hit that back wall. Otherwise, the person's just going to cut it off. Interesting one there, interesting one.
I think Rudy initially chose the wrong line there, going to the middle of the court first, instead of directly to the ball. I think if we went directly, he might have run the stroke then.
No, these refs are tense about not playing the player but going for the ball, so they won't give a stroke easily. And they will give you a no-let if you can actually play the ball. So I think it encourages positive play, which is a good thing.
Yeah, most definitely. I think at the moment he's just giving himself just a bit too much time to Rudy. I think he's sort of floating the ball a bit more while Rudy's really working it and making sure that he doesn't have any time on the ball.
Yeah, definitely. You can't let them get into a rhythm. Connor doing a bit better now to change things up a bit, and that's what we need.
The crowd really enjoyed that one, Barry.
See, all you need is that little bit of variety. I mean, these guys are playing drive after drive after drive, and then forcing the loose shot. You've got to bring in a bit of an attacking one. I mean, you've done the work now. You've put him in the back. So change it up a little bit, and it catches the opponent off guard. Whoa, Connor just losing his footing there a bit.
Yeah, I think the nick off the front wall caught him a little bit there. He had really committed to one way, and sometimes it's actually better just to fall then and sort of trying to stop your whole body and injure yourself.
Yeah.
Barry, you and I, if we were to do that at this point, day 5 into Jarvis, go the wrong way and suddenly try and shift the whole body weight to the next, might not be looking good for us, eh?
No, definitely. I mean, I nearly got taxi just watching that.
Great drop.
So tight. And actually goes to play it. Thought he was going to ask for a stroke there. So Rudy actually going up 9-6 in this first game after being up initially. Let's see if Connor can bring it back. This first match, so important for the fixture. Really sets the tone of things, gives the next guy momentum going on.
Yeah, Rudy's done extremely well to compose himself there after a rocky start.
I actually thought that was up, yeah?
So did Rudy.
Nice use of the height there. Good variation.
This has been a good rally so far.
A long rally. Very important. Oh, that's so tight. So tight.
Rudy also asking for the up there. Really visibly upset about that decision. And it's a crucial point as well. Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite him.
I'm pretty sure he can keep his head, keep his focus. Something like that often fires up the opponent to play even better and sort of more aggressively. So let's see if that's the case now. Connor definitely in with a chance here.
This is exactly the sort of squash that you expect at men's A final. 10-8 Rudy.
Really, Pierre, I was expecting Nick's left, right, and center. No, really doing
I was
really well.
referring to how close it was, Barry. Not a runaway like the rest of the matches are going to be.
No, for sure. I think this is definitely the one of the matches Northern has a good chance of taking. So it should be good to have them start off on a lead. But yeah, Connor on a bit of pressure here in this first game. 2 game balls to the very experienced SACD Rudy. I thought there was going to be a stroke, eh, Pierre?
I think Rudy did as well, and half the crowd. But the ref is obviously setting the standard from the beginning.
Really not happy with that one. Second time he's opening the door to chat to the ref.
Not something you always want to see. But
You know what, Pierre? They always say if you're going to make 0 unforced errors, you can expect a perfect ref. But I think at this level, even at this level, they are making 1 or 2 unforced errors. So the ref is allowed 1 or 2 mistakes. I mean, it's never going to be perfect. But to be fair, I did think that was going to be a stroke because, he kind of hit the ball down because Connor was in his swing. So don't really know what the thinking was there, but
we move on.
we move on. Let ball 10-8 to SACD.
game. One love.
A little bit of an interesting explanation there from the ref, saying he doesn't want to see excessive movement. I think he was referring to an exaggerated swing, but still giving the stroke. So, yeah, first game goes to SACD. And it was a 16-minute game. So, real proper squash. Volgende match.
So Barry, if you're in the little huddle there at SACD, what would you be telling Rudy?
I would tell him give the game to Northerns because I'm a Northerns player. But no, if I was actually from SACD, I would tell him stick to what you're doing, keep hunting those volleys, bring in the variety on the length, keep it deep, keep taking Connor's time away, bring in the variation on the boast and so forth. And you, Pierre, if you were in the Northern's corner, what would you tell Connor to try and bring it back?
Yeah, Barry, I'll tell him as well, just to sort of keep your head, keep composed. Don't let the magnitude of the game get you. He's going to have to ground it out every single point, and he's going to have to really take it to Rudy. I think there are a couple unforced errors there. But looking at him, he's looking composed, he's looking confident. I think we're in for a humdinger.
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, the players are still looking strong. Neither of them actually used the full 90 seconds, which is interesting. You'd think after 15 minutes of squash they'd be feeling it a bit more, but these guys obviously conditioned for this kind of squash, and 5 games of it and 5 matches of it throughout the week. So
Tough call. I think Rudy sort of played the man there. He had no intention of going to the ball. And if I was Earl, I'll feel hard done by.
you know what, I think at this level a loose shot does get punished like that. You have to keep it tight at this level. So anything loose, and the guys there, I mean, he read it. So yeah, no mercy. That's nice. That's a bit nicer from Connor, attacking the ball, taking it in short. Very sporting there from Rudy.
And that's what you want to see as well. You want to see good gamemanship all the way through. The spirit of the game, Barry.
Yeah. No, it's at this point you can really just win it with a squash. There's no need for any shenanigans. I think it's obviously not the first time Northerns and SACD have played each other as a team. So yeah, we don't want to see any kind of negative behavior. Just good old hard squash, and I love what we're seeing so far. Crowd obviously loving it as well. Nice little bit of deception there from Connor. Good hold there.
And like I said, that's what he do. Just keep your head down and keep grinding it out. I think Rudy will keep making those mistakes, just as long as Connor can keep it exciting. Connor not asking for that there, the ball is beaten.
Yeah, it's hard to stay focused in these conditions, but you have to just, like you say, keep your head in the game, not get distracted by everything the crowd's doing and the ref and the opponent and the commentators. Unfortunate error there.
That's 2 in the game already for young Earl. 2 tins.
And you know, Pierre, at this point, at this level, it's so tight. I mean, those 2 unforced errors gives your opponent the 2-point lead, which he has now. So he really just needs to keep that ball above the tin, keep running it out. And yeah, Rudy will also make the mistakes. So it's just a matter of patience and discipline.
Yeah, I'll say he's moving really a lot better around the court, his opening points of the game as well, making sure he's taking him to all four corners and not being too predictable as well.
No, I must say, yeah, Connor does sometimes get into a habit of just playing sort of chain drive type squash, but he's been changing it up nicely today with a bit of a lob here and there and a cross court and a few boasts, a few volley drops. So yeah, he has to keep doing that and keep it tight. Otherwise, Rudy will do that, which is just nothing you can do about that.
You can't give someone like Rudy anything loose because he will put it away.
Rudy keeping his 2-point lead, 5-3 currently in the second game.
Ray, chat to us a bit about the scoreboard pressure. You know, you're being 2 points down. How important or how do those 2 points play into the back of your mind? You know, we're still only 5-3 and there's still a lot of squash to be played in this game. But really being 2 points down early on, how does that play with your mind?
So good question, Pierre. I think at the start of the game, sort of in the first half, anything before 5-all or 6-all, it's fine. If you're 2 points down before the other person has more than 5 or 6, it's still fine. I think you can still get it back. You know, you're sort of still in the first half of the set. I think where the pressure starts adding is when you get to 7 or 6 or 7, and the guy has a 2-point lead on you. So as we can see, Connor now fighting back to try and equalize, and even if it goes 6-4 now to Rudy, he's still got a bit of a time and a bit of a chance to bring it back. But I think as soon as you get to 7 and the other person still has a 2-point lead, I mean, I usually start stressing at that point, and that's where people like us at a bit of a lower level might go for something silly like a winning shot which is not on. So yeah, hopefully someone like Connor, with a bit of more experience, will stick to the game plan, and like he does there, just keep working and stay patient.
Exactly that. He had to work hard for these 2 points, but now it's even scores yet again, 5 each in the second game.
And another thing is, Pierre, for Rudy, who was 2 points up, I don't think he's too worried about Connor equalizing now at 5-all and getting those 2 points back, because you know it's not even the business end of the game yet. It's still early days. I mean, he can easily go 10-5 up or 9-5 up now. So yeah.
So Barry, we've spoken about the scoreboard pressure, but catch us about momentum as well. You know, you can be 4, 5, 6 points ahead, and then you can sort of go into a bit of like a cruise control, because you know, if you've done all the hard work and you're just going to wait for your opponent to make those mistakes, and you sort of just drop your squash about 5%. But how dangerous is that to keep the door open for your opponent to get back there?
No.
Momentum is huge in squash. So as a player, how can you make sure that momentum is always in your favor?
Yes. No, good question, Pierre. I'm a player, so I'll happily answer that. On the court these days. But no, I'll happily answer that question for you. So I think we saw it in the first game where Connor was actually up, and then Rudy got a good streak of like 3 or 4 points to take the lead. I think it's important when you're 9-6 up or when you've got a 2 or 3 point lead to really fight back and make sure the other person doesn't come back. Especially when you're like close to game ball or when you have game ball.
And it certainly helps when the crowd's on your side as well.
Definitely. I think both provinces have a lacquer show of support today. Stands are full. Guys are sitting on the floor here in front. It's just amazing. We've got 68 viewers online. So that also plays a role.
Yeah, so both players have done the hard work now. Each are 4 away from taking the second one. what do you do? Do you think, now, I've done all the hard work, do you change something, or do you just keep grinding out and wait for the opponent to make mistakes? How does your game adapt now than it did in the first couple of points?
Yeah, it's a good question, Pierre. On the one hand, you have to stick to the game plan. So Connor going for a boast a little bit too early there, trying to bring in the short shots just a little bit too early and really capitalizing. So on the one side, you have to stick to your game plan, which has been working, which got you the 7 points up to now. On the other hand, you have to attack where you can, maybe just step up the intensity a little bit, like you say, just go a little bit extra 5%. And we can see Rudy doing that now, really moving the ball nicely, and he's just got a bit of a more spring in his step, where he was looking steady and up till now, and now it looks like he's actually pushing the pace a little bit and trying to run away with it. So,
and I suppose that's where the experience comes in, Barry.
Exactly. Someone like Connor might say, let me actually just stick to what I've been doing, grind it out, play drives and wait for the other person to make a mistake, where Rudy will actually go for that opportunity and go for the winning shot when it's on attack. And who knows, maybe it lands, maybe it doesn't, but you got to go for it to find out.
And that's 3 in a row, 10-7.
And those were probably the 3 quickest rallies of this whole game. So, if it's on, it's on. Just missing the nick there. He's got trouble now. Overhitting that drive a little bit. He had an opportunity there to close the court.
Great drop. Fantastic drop there from Rudy. Taking the second game 2-love to SACD.
It's so interesting, Pierre. Like you say, a moment ago it looked like it was anyone's game, and they really just ran away with it. Quick few points. And I think that's the kind of pressure we talk about. So Connor's now actually stressing. It's 2-love. He's definitely in the rallies. He's in the games, but he's just not winning enough points. So,
and do you think it comes down to experience, fitness, or a bit of both, Barry?
At the moment, I would say it's actually just experience. Connor's looking comfortable. Rudy's actually looking the one that's a bit more tired, but he's just playing those big points a little bit better. Going for the attacking shot. He's not afraid to actually put it in, to go for it, even if it hits the tin. He's got he had 3 opportunities there, and okay, all 3 of them worked. But even if he made a mistake, that's only 1 point back. So yeah, very nice. Do you think Connor can bring it back? Yeah.
As a neutral supporter here today, Barry, yes. You don't want the game to be finished in 3-love, even though the quality of squash here is fantastic. I think if this game can go into 5, I think the level on this court at the moment, the loudness, the support is going to go through the roof, and that's what you want.
Yeah, no, true. I think the longer the match is, the better it's going to be for Connor. So he really needs to work here, try and get it back, because I think his best chance is going to be to make the game longer. Let's see what happens.
And they start off the third with a very good rally, with Rudy taking a stroke in the middle of the court there, 1-love.
It also gets to a point where you have to ask yourself if you're actually playing the right type of squash against a player of this caliber. I mean, Connor's doing good work on the defensive side with the boasts and the lobs, but I feel at the moment he's just not attacking enough, and I don't know if it's a question of ability or if it's a question of shot selection, but you see him every time he's in the front, he's actually just playing a drive back, and yeah, he's got the game plan in mind of just stretch it out and run him off court, but I think Rudy might just be too good to actually do that. I mean, he can move comfortably, and he's really bringing in the ball short and attacking and volleying. So, yeah, you have to ask yourself if Connor actually has the game to beat him. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, you can even sort of hear it in the zing in the ball when they both hit it. And you know, when Rudy hits it, there's a bit more of a zing and a vomit to it, and a bit more of a purpose to it. While Connor just sort of grinding it out, like you said, like his game plan is waiting for the mistakes. But Rudy has cleaned up his game dramatically since his first couple of points, and it's starting to show, really. I mean, it's another fantastic rally here. They're both putting each other to the front and to the back with ease. There it is. The crowd really enjoyed that one, and that's exactly what he needs to do as well. I think he's got the ability. He's definitely got the ability. He wouldn't be in this position if he didn't. Yes.
So there we see he's actually now put in the few drops, and he can actually play that squash. He needs to really back himself and go for the attacking drop or the attacking short shot when it's on. I think he's just a little bit hesitant almost. Obviously, nothing you can do about that. That's just too tight. Great support here in the stands. Rudy definitely looking a bit more comfortable in this situation, and used to this kind of pressure, where I think it might be a first for Connor. As we can see, tinning ones like that, which he shouldn't be tinning. I think the pressure might be getting to him a little bit. He's going to have to work really hard to bring it back now. 3-2 to Rudy in this third set.
And another comfortable point there from Rudy. I think he's really trying to shorten the rallies where possible as well, and it's working well for him.
A little bit of a taxi there.
I think that was a right call. I think he went the wrong way first and sort of found the player to sort of.
I must say, I wouldn't want to be the one to give Rudy a wrong call. Looks like quite a dangerous oak. Quite intimidating. And then I look at his calves and I'm not so worried anymore.
Can we Google how to delete a comment on a live stream? Let's hope his family's not watching this, or when he goes back and watches his post-analysis game. Rudy, I'd just like to apologize on Barry's behalf.
No, so actually we all know about his injury which he had, which is actually the reason for the way his calves are looking. But obviously they're working fine. I mean, he's beating Connor so far, so. Oh, and that's just masterful, yo. That's amazing squash.
I think it's a bit late to suck up now, Barry. Damage has been done. But I do agree with you, that was a fantastic drop.
Again, another unforced error. He should not be hitting those down.
6-3 to Rudy in the third. Yeah, Connor really needs to pull out everything in the bag here. Just reset, refocus, and just try to get back into striking distance yet again.
Yeah, the question comes in, like, they might have told Connor now he must attack a little bit more, and he's thinking every single time. he has an opportunity, he should go for it. But when someone's hitting nicks like that, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, Rudy's fired up. He's enjoying this. This is his turf. This is his court. And we spoke about it earlier. The momentum is going his way completely. He's got the confidence now to go for those shots as well, and they're working. So just needs to keep his head, focus on the last 4 points, and SACD are going to take the first one.
Well, don't speak too soon, Pierre. It's not over yet, but yeah, definitely looks like things are favoring, in favor of SACD. Rudy playing some really attacking squash here. He's getting on that ball quick, putting in that drop, especially that backhand corner. Yo.
Yeah, Connor really struggling to find his length here, but everything's just sort of coming off the side wall first and bobbing back to the middle, and it's just putting him under more pressure. But he's recovered well here. Let's see if he can take it. Oh! And there's another. 8-3.
That's just so good, eh? There's not much you can do there. Rudy looking really confident here and playing some great squash. Connor's going to have to work really, really hard to bring this back.
And yet again, another one.
How? No, really, that's just impressive, eh? Honestly.
Yeah, Rudy's really taking it to another notch in this third one, building off that momentum at the end of the second one. And Connor hasn't done much wrong in this game, to be honest. Rudy's just been playing fantastic squash. But it's not over yet.
So you can see Rudy looking a little bit tired here, but I mean it's because he's really put in the effort to attack these last few rallies, and he's going to put in a big push now to try and finish the match. And with shots like that, it's not going to help Connor. Not at all.
Yeah, Connor's showing his frustration there. He's got to be making mistakes at this late point in the game.
Match ball now to Rudy, 10-4. 6 match balls to take this first match.
There it is. Yeah, Rudy really set the standard there for the squash, especially in that third one. I think he really took up another level and really pushed hard. And credit to Connor, I think he gave it his best effort, obviously. But I think the experience shone through there from Rudy, especially towards the end stages of the game there, when he was going for those shots and they were working. So credit to Rudy, credit to Connor. SACD, one love.
Yeah, obviously as a Northerns player, not the best result there from my side, but I must say, amazing squash there from Rudy especially. And like you said, he started building momentum in the first set, and he kept it through. From that first set where he won those few points in a row, he got his confidence, he got his eye in. He's going for those attacking shots. He wasn't scared to put the ball in short. And yeah, really just worked. He's really just worked Connor to the corners, and there was nothing much you can do there. So great show of experience and disciplined squash there. One love in matches to SACD, and the number ones are on next. Got a number 1 and 2 in the country here. Dewald van Niekerk, currently top 75 in the world.
Yep, I think that's correct.
And Damien, I think, is around 150 in the world. I'm not too sure, but definitely top 200. We've seen them play a 5-setter before at Nationals. That was obviously a year ago, so let's see if Damien can bring it again this year. What is your prediction for this match, Pierre?
Yeah, so obviously Dewald has taken the last season or two abroad. He's been applying himself on the international circuits, playing against a different variety of players, different caliber of players, and I think that's really taken his squash to another level. I think if you want to be the best in the world, you have to play the best in the world, and each month his squash is getting better and better, his ranking is getting higher and higher, and it's the right time for him. So Damien, on the other hand, dips. It's also been playing fantastic squash. But yeah, I think Dierwold is going to take this one as well.
Score?
3-love.
Yeah, I must say, Pierre, I tend to agree with you there. Speaking objectively, obviously, would love to see Damien bring the fire and really challenge Dierwold. And I think we will see that throughout the rallies. But the nature of squash that Dierwold's playing at the moment is just, I mean, it's going to be tough rallies, but I think that Dierwold's going to come out on top in the points. And talk to us about the style of play for these two players. Obviously, Damien, very skillful with the racket, got quick hands, loves taking the ball in short, bringing in the lob and so. Dierwold, a more sort of a traditional player, loves working that length, loves the long rallies, loves the pace. So yeah, what do you think is going to happen in terms of that? What are the rallies going to look like?
Yeah, Barry, I think they're going to be very well constructed. I think Damien is going to be the one that's going to be attacking more, while Dierwold's just going to be also kind of like Connor, just grinding it out and making sure that he sort of keeps it out. But yeah, I think we're in for another humdinger of a match. I think if both players can find their groove and find their rhythm early on, it's going to be interesting. And they've played each other before. This is not their first rodeo. They know each other's games as well. And also, we always love a surprise. And let's see what happens.
Just to those of you watching online, thanks for tuning in. We got 76 viewers here in the Growthpoint IPT final, SACD and Northerns. Number one's on now. The order of play being 4-1-5-2-3. So, yeah, second match underway. SACD currently 1-love up in matches, with Rudy beating Connor 3-love there. And this ball's really, really bouncing. It's going to be some quick squash, some tough squash. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree, Barry. So we've had 5 fantastic days of squash so far here in Port Elizabeth. Just chat to us about your games this week and how it went. Obviously, you're playing for the B side and the Northerns number 5 position. How did you guys do?
Yeah, thanks, Pierre. Yeah, it's been a great week. We've really loved playing down here, and it's been a really well organized event so far. We've had a tough run so far. B-side, Northern's B-side in the B section. We had a very tough road to the finals, or to the semi-finals rather. So ended top 2 in our pool, beating Free State A side and Western Province B, going down to SACD B side, and then we had our semi-finals yesterday against Midlands A. Took that one 3-2, which was good. And then had a final today against SACDB, which was actually a rematch. Went 4-1 down in matches once again. It's been really tough. I mean, I felt it today in my match. Just didn't have the legs at all. It's been some hard squash, some long matches. I mean, I haven't had a match that has been shorter than 35 minutes, averaging 10 minutes a game. So yeah, really can feel the legs this morning. Conditioning isn't what it should be. But yeah, that puts me on 2 wins out of 5, and I must say I'm proud of that. It's the best Northern's B-side has done in a while, so yeah, we knew SACD was going to be tough, and good to them for winning it. I mean, they deserve it. They won it fair and square. No complaints. Quickly tell us about your performance this week, Pierre, before we kick off this mammoth match.
We'll hold on to that because we've just started now, Barry, but we'll come back, don't worry.
Okay, no, not worried. And we kicked off this number 1 playoff. Dierwold van Niekerk of SACD, actually originally from Eastern Province and Port Elizabeth. Damien, homegrown Northerns player. And we can see this ball's really, really moving. Looks like a single yellow dot. really going to be up to the boys to control this ball and keep it nice and tight.
You can see Damien already is trying to be a bit proactive with his movements, getting to the tee nice and early and trying to attack the balls which he knows is going to come straight back to him. I think that's sort of the game plan that he needs to adopt from the beginning. But yeah, we're off to a fantastic rally for the first one. It's already been about 30 shots. Both players trying to ease into it and get comfortable and find their targets.
Yeah, I think the one thing Damien maybe has on Devolt is the fact that he can read the game very well. So obviously also not his first time playing him, like you said. He might be able to predict some of the movements that he will have to do in this game, and maybe able to take a few balls in short there. Also, Damien playing a lot of lobs and a lot of variety, sort of preferring a mixed game in terms of the pace, where Devolt really likes just smashing that ball in hard and making it fast. So it'll be interesting to see how Damien actually absorbs this pace. I mean, we're already 2 minutes in and we're still at level. So yeah, it's going to be really tough for Damien. But I think he can maybe do it.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic opening rally so far. See both players, just getting their length, getting sure that the ball's getting past the service blocks of their drives and their lengths. And I'm sure when the first point is won this one, the crowd's going to go wild.
100%, yeah, 100%. Love to see it as well. Some tight squash here. Massive rally. Both players also undefeated up to this point. So both number ones haven't dropped a match. Some good retrievals here. Little short post there from Damien. And you can see Devolt, every time he has an opportunity to go short, he sort of threatens it with the swing and then just goes long again. I think he's going to look to stretch out these rallies in the beginning. Obviously has great fetching abilities. And that lob almost looked a little bit out. Still level in this first set. Massive, massive rally here. Actually thought I was going to ask for let there.
Yeah, that's it. One love.
Let's go, Damien. And we're up to 96 viewers, so we just want to say thank you. And Damien really capitalizing on the one loose shot Devolt has actually played in this match. Really killing the ball. It's going to be nice to see him take those opportunities. I think that's what he's going to have to do. Be patient, put the length in, and as soon as there's a loose shot, go for the killer, go for the winner.
Yeah, but this is exactly Devolt's game as well. It's long, patient rallies. You know he's not going to get tired, and Damien really needs to work him and stretch him to actually have a chance in this. Being on the tour circuit as well. This is the type of games that he's playing week in, week out. So Damien needs to be inventive here and creative. Like you said, I think he needs to attack where he can. You can see it there. He's attacking the ball nice and quickly, trying to get in front of Devolt. I think he's going to come down to errors, I think. Whoever can do the unforced errors the least is going to have a better chance.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think it's a little bit early to say, but yeah, you can already see the few long rallies not really favouring Damien here, and Devil's looking strong, and Damien's already looking a little bit tired, so he's going to have to, like he stay patient and work the attacking shot when he has the opportunity.
Just like that.
Just like that. Nice little counter drop there from Damien. He asked for it.
Love the attacking drop there from Deerbolt. 3-2. So Barry, obviously when you try and play squash, you always look for your opponent's weaknesses and you always try to play your game, which are your strengths. But when players don't really have any weaknesses, how do you sort of ground them out so that you can get the upper hand? Like we said earlier, they both know each other's games, and visibly there are no weaknesses. They're both professional players. This is what they do. So where does that leeway come in for getting the upper hand? What do you have to do in order to sort of ground it out? Or because you're not going to beat them on fitness either. This level of fitness isn't a thing. It's all about your head first of all. I think keeping composed and playing your sort of squash, which is better. But how do you go about doing that?
No, great question, Pierre. So, like you say, at this level, the guys don't really have a weakness, but I think you have to play according to your strengths or play to your strength. So I would have to say, I think in this matchup, Damien is the more skillful player going for shots like that. I mean, just hitting the turn, but that would have been a beautiful straight nick if it was actually up. So he's sort of, I would say, Damien sort of has to play towards his strength, which would be the skill level. The skill level is just a little bit higher. Hitting nicks, hitting last short drops. Whereas Deerbolt, I'm pretty sure he knows his strength is that he's fitter than Damien, and then he can go on all day long. So he'll be looking to really extend the rallies and cut out the errors, where Damien will try and go for short shots, and he might make a few errors. But yeah, it's a good question, and then obviously the mental side of it is also a big factor. I think Damien, he knows Deerbolt gets to every shot, so he's going to try and play tighter and shorter and shorter until he makes an unforced error. And I think that's actually number 3 there. So yeah, Deerbolt running away with it a little bit here in this first one, going 8-2 up.
Yeah, he was very happy with that one, and that was the first winner. He sits in about 4 shots, while Damien's actually making all the unforced errors, hitting it in, hitting it down. And Deerbolt's looking very comfortable in this first one. Another fantastic shot there, great length, dying in the back right-hand corner.
Yeah, definitely, that's a dying length if I ever saw one. Eight game balls to take this first one. and extend the lead for SACD.
Yeah, we started off very strong there with some nice long rallies, but these middle points have been sort of quick. You know, quite a few mistakes from Damien, and Devolt just showing his class really.
Exactly. You got to give it to him. I mean, he's been putting in the work overseas. I mean, it makes a difference playing against different opponents, playing tournaments, playing those big matches on the big stage like this. I mean, Devolt is so comfortable. This is where he lives, and you can see it. Yeah, taking the first game comfortably there. One love to SACD.
Die camera is nog steeds. That's all right. It's okay.
So I've got Johan Schneider here next to me. Johan, what's your analysis of this game so far? Obviously, you're also a Northerns player. You're backing Damien here, but you know, it was 11-2 in the first one. What are your thoughts?
How's it, Pierre? Yeah, I mean, obviously, physical opening rally there. I sat next to the referee. I think that rally was around about close to 4 minutes, about 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Obviously, very physical. Devolt, the kind of player to make the game a little bit more physical. He's obviously been overseas quite a bit, working with Nick Matthew. And from the last time we've seen these two play in a Jarvis final in 2023, we can definitely see some variation in Devolt's game. He's been bringing in some good quality, taking the ball short a little bit more. And yeah, if Dips is going to pull this one through, he's going to have to get stuck in and be willing to put in the hard yards.
All said, Johan. So Johan, what would you, if you were in Damon's position, what would you do to try and vary up your game, you know, to give yourself a fighting chance on this?
Well, that's a good question, Pierre. I definitely think you're going to have to be willing to rally with him. You're going to have to push the pace with him. You have to throw in some variations and be willing to work hard and take your time to break him down. Because, I mean, right now, Devolt looks extremely comfortable. He's on the balls, even when Damien is taking the ball short. It's with some good attacks. Devolt looks like he's getting there quite comfortably. So you're going to have to be willing to work him, to twist him and turn him, send him short, get the ball back, and work hard.
And Johan, chat to me about the spirit of Jarvis. Obviously, this is your third one, if I'm not mistaken. And how important is this week for squash? First of all, you know, all the top players in the country is coming together for a week, and not only being competitive, but you know, there's a lot of off the court camaraderie. And just chat to us about the spirit of Jarvis and what it means to you.
Yeah, I definitely think it's an absolute privilege, you know. You've got all the provinces here together, the top players in our country, and just seeing everybody being on court together, you know, sharing the camaraderie off the court, sharing some good battles on the court. It's definitely good for the spirit of squash in our country. This is definitely the place where you make new friends, you make new rivals. But all in all, I think everybody is here with one thing that unites them, and that's the love of squash.
Do you have it off to an easy lead here in the beginning? For love. And chat to us about your experiences this year at Jarvis here in Rebecca. What's been the standout for you so far?
I think one of the things that I think is good is coastal squash. I feel like it is a bit more true. It's a bit more honest. Squash inland where we play in Pretoria is very, obviously at altitude, it's very bouncy, especially in the summer. And one of the things I actually spoke to Damien about this, is here at the coast, you get a little bit more reward for getting on that volley, jumping on that ball quickly. Playing a good straight drive is extremely rewarding. I feel like that's just the way squash is meant to be played, And yeah, it's a great couple of venues. We've had some nice venues hosting us, fantastic courts, good time all around.
No, I agree with you, Han. It's been a fantastic run week so far, and you've got 100 people sitting there watching this men's final. We've got the final function tonight, which I'm sure is going to be full of reward, and by far my favorite week of the year.
100%. I agree with you, Pierre. Just getting back to the squash. What do you think about Dewald's form and Damien's form right now?
Yeah, it looks like Dewald's sort of taking it to another level now. He's sort of going a bit shorter, a bit quicker, and you can see he's also attacking the ball a bit more, while he's normally a bit more of a passive player, where that absorbs all the pressure. But
so a fantastic counter drop there by Damien. Just shows you the kind of quality you need to break somebody like Dewald down and play a winner.
And Damien also recognized. Dewald also recognized that and rewarded Damien the little handshake there. So yeah, 1-5.
Getting stuck in.
Dewald going wide there, getting another point. 6-1.
One thing that really stands out to me, Pierre, is just the quality at which Dewald is actually hitting the ball. And every single shot is just pinpoint accurate. He's hitting it cleanly, he's hitting those lines, staying away from hitting the sidewall, getting on the volleys, moving Damien around a lot.
Yeah, you can see he doesn't second guess himself. When I play squash, I've always got like 3 or 4 shots in my head before I play one, and I normally play 3 or 4 shots while I'm meant to play one. But these sort of level players as well, it's one shot and they do it well. And I think that's a huge difference. Is they know what shot they want to play and they go out and play it. There's no second guessing, there's no doubt, and they played with conviction.
I agree with you 100%. I'll even go so far as to say I think sometimes they think about the next shot before they've even played it. The first shot is already locked in, and I think every shot is just played with intention, and it's played looking for the follow-up. It's not just hitting the ball randomly. It's really thinking about like chess, a bit of physical chess going on in the squash court right now. Just thinking 4-3 or 3-4 steps and shots ahead.
No, I agree with you, Johan, and that's when when people say you must construct the rally, I think that's what they're sort of talking about. Is you must earn the right to play a drop. You must earn the right, to sort of go for a cross court. You can't just go for it hoping it's going to work out. You have to sort of move your opponent around, forward back, left, right, to actually. That's like I said, that's the strategy behind squash.
100%.
10-2 up in the second game here at the moment for Dewald. A rare unforced error.
Very rare. You can see a little bit of a cheeky smile from Dewald. So, yeah, obviously Dewald's been moving up the world rankings the last couple of months, and he's been putting in a lot of work, getting a couple of good results. How do you think that affects the squash in South Africa with him here performing at Jarvis, showing us the kind of level that can be attained?
That's a very good question, Johan, and I think players like him coming back and applying his trade here as well is fantastic. We've got a whole crowd sitting here watching as well. They're all learning. There's a whole bunch of kids here as well. So for someone that's new to squash, someone that's coming up the ranks, to see the level of squash that you need to play to get to the level that where he is fantastic, and it's amazing. And you wish there wasn't just one Deervold, there was 10 of them, for example.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the squash South Africa needs to go next, is to really back their players that want to apply their trade on the world circuit, and bring them back home. What are your thoughts, Johan?
Yeah, I think the one thing you mentioned there is the amount of juniors that are here. I think it's really, really good for me to see, having these kids here watching every single section play, men, ladies, all round. Jumping on court between games, having a bit of a hit, playing a bit of short game. It's definitely what we want to see. And yeah, somebody like that, Deervold is currently is making the hard yards. He's walking the path that somebody like Rodney Durbach or Steve Coppinger went. And we're excited to see what the future holds for him. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. We wish there were like 10 of them coming back here to South Africa and just bringing that level. Because you definitely, just by watching a game like this and seeing these guys on court in real life, you see a lot of different things, little subtleties that you might not have picked up, just by watching it on a screen.
No, I agree with you. And we both played 5 hard games of squash. The boys are a bit tired, but I don't know about you, but I'm excited to go back next week and start training again. It's sort of the level that you want to play at, and for them to showcase that here right now in front of everyone is a fantastic opportunity for everyone to see.
100%. Yeah, I definitely can say that, maybe I'm not the only one, but having that bit of a dream, sitting here and thinking about the great squash that these guys are playing. I'm thinking that, maybe if we push hard enough, one day one of these guys in our A section will be playing and winning. Or maybe even it's us ourselves going to play in the A section.
No, we can dream, eh?
Getting stuck in here, the first rally of the third game. Definitely phenomenal quality from these two. So I've got a question for you, Pierre. One of the things I definitely notice, in watching somebody like Deervold play in real life, just the pace at which they hit the ball and the way they read it so quickly. What do you think needs to be done to lift the squash in South Africa to a level where, everybody kind of ups their game just a little bit, especially like the top 20?
I think obviously it starts at grassroots foundations. They didn't become these players overnight. There's a whole process behind it. And, the more we can sort of give back to the younger generation, I think that's going to make a huge leap forward in that as well. And I think we can talk about coaches as well. I think the coaching is also very important. I think that's why a lot of our top players do leave the country as well, just because there aren't really those foundations here yet in South Africa. Obviously, there's lots of coaching clinics and companies around the country that are doing their best. But yeah, I think I was having a chat to Barry earlier, and you can sort of see that already in this game. Damien applying his trade in Pretoria and Gauteng, and while Deervold is overseas, and you can just see the difference in level is already. It's first game 11-2, second game 11-3, and now Deervold's really fall up here. So in order to be the best, you have to play the best. Johan, what are your thoughts?
No, I definitely agree with you. I think Deervold's doing fantastic work overseas. They've obviously got some good coaches, a lot of exposure. For some of the players like Damien, a match like this, playing Deervold's probably he gets it maybe once or twice a year, maybe a couple more depending on whether Deervold's playing the PSAs. Where Deervold is used to playing these guys probably 1, 2, 3 times a week, and I must say, definitely just a compliment to Damien as well. Thinking back to the 2023 final that we also played against Diewold, I must say Damien's game has matured quite a lot. He's definitely gotten a lot more structure in his game. And you know, just thinking of all the matches he's played this week, just watching him play, you can definitely see him maturing a bit.
Yeah, most definitely. Both, if you look at both these players, are still young. They're not even in their prime yet. Obviously, Damien being a bit younger, and Diewold, I think, reaching about 28 years old now. So they've still got a lot of squash ahead of them. You know, the next 4 or 5 years is really where they're going to hit their climax.
Oh no, 100%.
Another unforced error there by Damien. Diewold leading 7-love in the third. And you can't sort of look down at the lack of effort from Damien. You know he's giving it his all. But I think the quality of Diewold is just better. You know, this is him really giving it everything.
No, 100%. I think one of the things that stands out to me for you know, some of these A-section players, they back themselves all the way. You know, I think at the lower level, you might be going back to a league match and you think, oh yeah, I'm playing so and so, and I'm probably going to lose, but whatever, you know. And you know, props to somebody like Damien, you know, walking onto the court, facing a very strong, confident-looking Diewold van die Kerk, and I definitely think the scoreline doesn't really reflect Damien's mental state. You know, he's definitely at the start, you know, before the match, you can see him warming up, and he's backing himself. He believes he's got a chance, believing that you know, he can go out there, just do what he does best, and whatever happens, happens.
But yeah, Diewold looking very comfortable in this third game as well. He's made one mistake, and I think the next couple more minutes is going to be 2-0 to SACD.
I wish I could tell you no, Pierre, but unfortunately, I think you will be right. So before we head into the next match, regardless of this one's outcome, what do you think will happen? I think it's Nikhil playing Jonty. How do you feel about those two?
Yeah, they've also played a lot of squash against each other recently in the last couple of years. Obviously, Jonty also being Gauteng based, playing league up there. But Nikhil's playing a lot of good squash at the moment. I think he's sort of taking squash a bit more seriously this year, and it's starting to show. He's starting to put his name in the hat of top squash players in South Africa, and he's going from strength to strength. But yeah, I think Jonty is also a class player. He's a top quality player. He's also very aggressive, very composed when he needs to be. And I think it's going to be an interesting one, but I think Jonty's going to take it. What do you think?
You know, yeah, I definitely think Nikhil is in exceptional form at the moment. He is really playing fantastic squash. Jonty obviously also a very solid player. A rare point where Diewold gets sent the wrong way. Just shows you the kind of effort you need to put in to break down a player like Diewold. Just getting back to Nikhil and Jonty. I definitely think Nikhil's got a chance. I've seen the squash he's played recently, and you know, he's very talented. Jonty also. So I think regardless of the outcome, it's going to be a good match. Maybe a bit closer than these first two. And I'm going to back my boy Nikhil and say he's going to take it 3-1.
And it's also a very important match as well on the fixture. Obviously, if he wins it, then he gives Northerns a fighting chance for the last two as well. While if he loses it, then the other two become a dead rubber, which is obviously something that you don't want as a supporter. So yeah, let's hope Nikhil can sort of pull it out the bag. I'm sure the Northerns guys will absolutely erupt if he does as well.
yeah, I think the crowd will definitely love it to see some more squash like this. You know, this is incredible, an incredible level. Very unforced error from Damien, from Dewald, excuse me.
No, Damien's looking a bit tired and fatigued at the moment. You can see he doesn't have that spring in his step anymore, and I think that just shows the testament of how Dewald has been working these last couple of months. You know, the fitness is, I don't think he's been sweating it. Like, he still looks very comfortable.
Go, Damien.
While Damien's showing a lot more fatigue. Yeah. Current score is 3-9.
So I've got another question for you, Pierre. So just before I give you my thoughts, I know there's probably some people around the country that have a bit of a different view of SACD, and you know how they're technically not a province, but they are coming together and you know bringing the smaller country districts that are you know struggling to stay alive, and they're obviously forming a strong squad. What are your thoughts on that? And do you think they're doing good work?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think you can't sort of take away what they've been doing these last couple of years. They are the team to beat, and I think they're setting the standard for the rest of the provinces. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Yours, Johan?
Yeah, I definitely think you know having been exposed to some of the junior squash and speaking to some of the people that come from those country districts, you know, the development in those places, I definitely think what they're doing here with SACD is quite impressive. You know, they're definitely setting a standard for the squash all around the country, literally. And I also think one of the things that stands out to me quite a lot is, you know, these guys are very disciplined. You know, on Wednesday when we had the social function, it's not like guys really go hard. Oh, Dewald getting a bit of a racket on the forehead. Just playing the legs for match ball. But you know, somebody like Dewald will have a beer or two, but they're very disciplined at, you know, getting in bed on time, just keeping fresh, you know, keeping the priorities correct, but still having a good time while at it. You know, I think that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I was chatting to Jonty about 2 years ago as well on the sort of the level that they set for themselves. Obviously, Jonty's playing number 5, and you know, it's take it so seriously. If they drop a game, you know, they're upset about. It's not even a match or two. If they drop a game within their pool section, it's, you know, they're up for not selection this year. That's how seriously they take it. So like I said, I think they're setting the standard for the rest of the provinces, and we just sort of need to sort of adapt our game to get there.
No, I definitely think you're right, yeah. Just getting to Northerns as well, I do think that there are a lot of provinces around the country doing a lot of good work with the junior development, and I definitely think, you know, the Northern squad in general can be a testament to that, because they've got an A side here where the youngest guy is Damien, and I believe he's 22 years old, and that really shows you know, those juniors, the depth that the province has coming through, and what you said earlier about going back to the grassroots levels, I definitely think that's the most important thing if we want to grow squash in South Africa.
Yeah, I agree. Johan, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate all your thoughts and inputs. We've got Barry coming back into commentary now.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Pierre.
Barry, welcome back. Have you found Rudy yet to apologize yet, or are we still good?
Not yet. I think I'll catch him at the final function tonight when I look really formal and I'll say sorry to him and well done. But yeah, SACD going 2-love up in matches. Nikhil from Northern's on now to keep the dream alive, keep the fixture alive. Also came off USA last week, so this is his 14th match in 2 weeks. Obviously feeling it a bit in the legs there. We saw it this week as well. Jonty, obviously known for his fitness and his ability to stay in the rally and work very hard. I think Nikhil's going to have to also play some disciplined squash and then go for the winners where it's on. So yeah, let's see if he can do it. What is your prediction in this match, Pierre? Score-wise?
Yeah, I chatted to Johan about it earlier. I think both are class players. Nikhil's really coming up with the squash as well. He's going from strength to strength. While Jonty's sort of been evergreen in his last 10 years or so, playing at the top level. He's also an experienced player for someone that's 28, 29 years old as well. I think if Nikhil can sort of keep his composure to him as well, not get sucked into playing, squash that's a bit too adventurous, especially at this level, and just work Jonty. I think we're in for an interesting game, but my prediction is 3-1 to Jonty. Yourself, Barry?
Oh yeah, well said, Pierre. I'm trying to try and stay objective here, and objectively, I would have to say 3-love to Jonty. But I think we're going to see some awesome rallies and some awesome squash. I would like to see Nikhil push him a bit and test him a bit, but it's not something I've seen from Nikhil in the recent past. And like you say, Jonty's been playing at that top level ever since he went to when he went on the Knights tour in 2019, and that just sort of sparked something in him, and he started training insanely hard, and yeah, he's gone from strength to strength. He's gone to nationals the last few years, going again this year. So yeah, it's actually tough to see him play at number 5 in the side when he's so strong. So yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, Jonty's got no pressure coming into this match as well. He knows if he wins, it's great, but if he loses, it's not a problem. Whereas Nikhil might have a bit of pressure saying or thinking, if I lose this game, then then that's the fixture. So really needs to try and turn things around here. But like you said, he has been on exceptional form. So yeah, I would like to see him really work Jonty and play some mature, disciplined squash, and then bring in those shots we know he can play. And I think Jonty's just kind of grind it out again and make the rallies long and get Nikhil tired and get some work into the legs, some long rallies. So yeah, it should be interesting to see what actually happens.
Yeah, I know Jonty's been working really hard off court as well. He spends a lot of time in the gym, and I think that's also sort of taken his game to another level as well. He had a bit of an injury last year that took him a while to come back from, also mentally, I think. But also old Nikhil is maturing as a squash player, month in, month out. He's playing top level squash, then Gauteng, and I think his squash has still got a long way to go, but I think the potential is most definitely there.
Yeah, interesting thing you mentioned there about potential. I think the side Northerns has this year is, like you guys mentioned, it's a young side and lots of room to grow. I mean, coming up against a very experienced SACD side. I mean, they've all played in the final the last 5 years, and they've won it most of the time. So, actually, I think every time the last 5 years. So yeah, not their first rodeo for them. This is just another day in the office. And as you can hear, the Northern support is not giving up, keeping the gears going. And we'll have to see it. Nikhil Partha.
Chat to us about Nikhil's road to this final today. Who has he played and what have the scores been looking like? How's the squash been this week?
Yeah, good question. I'm gonna see if I can find you the answer just now, Pierre. Okay, so let's go. I know he played Joburg, and he won 3-love against Amukulani Zita. Yesterday against KZN, he won his match. Northern's got 20 points there. Give me a second, Pierre.
Sure thing, Barry. Great length there from Nikhil. Making sure the ball died nice in the back corner there. Sorry, Barry. Next time I'll just prep you before I ask a tough question like that. So there you. So you're saying?
Yeah, sorry about that, Pierre. Just had to check Sporty HQ quickly. So Nikhil's actually gone 4-4-5 or 4 out of 4 so far this week, beating Alex Holmes from KZN, beating Keegan Wall from Western Province, beating Amukulani Zita from Joburg, and beating Gershwin Forbes of Eastern Province, the home province. And yeah, so obviously hasn't dropped a match yet. Looking good in this Jarvis so far. Having played B1 last year and losing all his matches, he's done quite a step up since then to go 4-4-4, which is nice to see. Also a young player come up and coming. Also having played USAS this week before, so it's looking good, you know. So Jonty has the same results, also beating Amukulani Zita from Joburg, Alex Holmes from KZN, and Gershwin Forbes from Eastern Province. But he actually had to play Justin van der Poel against Province, who sat out on the first day when Northern's played them. So yeah, a bit of a stronger opponent there. Justin, I think, was sick in the first day. So yeah, Jonty also looking strong. Only dropping one set to Amukulani Zita. Quite impressive stuff. So yeah, both players looking to go 5-for-5 here. Currently 4-1 to Jonty in this first game. Since we speaking on results, Pierre, do you want to give us a rundown of how your squash has been going? Obviously playing for Midlands. You mind sharing?
Thanks, Barry. Yeah, it wasn't the best week for me. Unfortunately, I only ended up playing 4 games because we did have a travelling reserve, so I had to sit out on the Tuesday against Namibia A. First game was against Northerns, against Erica Palmer, who's actually my teammate back in Pretoria. Unfortunately, went down 3-1 to him. On Wednesday, we played Eastern Province C team, and also unfortunately went down 3-1. Thursday was another tough game against Eastern Gauteng, playing against young Becky, who just had too much legs for me. Also lost that one 3-love, and in our final today, playing KZN, played Old Dodge, and I lost 3-1. So yes, unfortunately, I am in the shoe. For those who want, I will be doing a video later. I can share it for those who ask. But you know, it's also just, it is what it is, spirits of the game. We're here to have a good time, play some good squash, make some new memories, and learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, there we go, Pierre. I like the way you're thinking. I mean, there's no easy games at Jarvis, no matter what section you're playing or what number you're playing. So yeah, I remember my first shoey as well. Hopefully my last one as well. In 2022 in East London. So yeah, like you say, we learn from it and we live and we learn and move on. How many Java have you played, Pierre?
This will be my third consecutive one. First one was in Pretoria 2 years ago, Cape Town last year, and this will be my third. And hopefully, as long as they'll have me, I'll keep playing. Looking forward to Mossel Bay next year, and then going back to Pietermaritzburg in 2 years' time. So looking forward to that. Going back to my hometown, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Pierre. Yeah, I like to hear you think that way. Also keen for Mossel Bay next year. This has been a really good one, very very well organized, and sort of good show of strength from all the provinces. Good attendance, good performance by the home province as well. Obviously got them men's A back in the A team in the A section, which is nice to see, and doesn't look like they're going to get relegated. Yeah. Yeah. Talk to us about the new qualifying criteria from this year. So there was an idea to make it compulsory for players who want to do Jarvis or Growthpoint IPT. So to qualify, they want to make it so that you have to play your provinces closed and a regional qualifier. So the regional tournament, which is the qualifier for nationals. Do you think that's a good idea for future years? Obviously, excluding players overseas and in other countries. But yeah, what do you think of the idea to make it a qualifying criteria to play your provinces closed and a regional tournament in the hub closest to you? What are your thoughts?
No, I think it is good for squash. Firstly, obviously, it's adding another week of squash, competitive squash to the calendar, which is always a fantastic thing. And I think it also only lifts the level at Jarvis as well. You've got guys now that have to sort of make sure that they're ready 2 or 3 months prior for this tournament as well, and that they're committed then, and they're not just sort of, I haven't picked up a racket in a couple of months now. Oh, I've got Jarvis next week. Let me go play. And you see that here and there as well. And I think that's also when the injuries start to seep in as well with players. With players not hitting their peak fitness during this week as well. And I think it's fantastic. I'd like to see it go through as well. What do you think, Barry?
Pierre, I think it's a great idea. They just need to get the practical side of it. Just need to keep that in mind. Because, for example, this year, oh, what an amazing shot. For example, this year, we had to submit our teams for Jarvis and our order before the regionals was actually played, which doesn't really make sense to me from just a selection point of view. I mean, like you said, it is a month before the regionals. Oh, actually more than a month. It's like the start of June. So you can't have the cutoff for selection before the regionals tournament actually starts. I mean, your closed obviously is your main tournament for selection, but you definitely need to take those regional results into account as well. It also meant that there were no time for any chairman's challenges, which is a thing across most provinces, where 2 or 3 players are competing for a spot in a side and they haven't had results against each other, not in the league or in the closed, etc. So, yeah, I think if they can just get the timing right, it's a good idea. Maybe just space out the tournaments correctly or make the cutoff for when your team needs to be selected a little bit later. I think it's a great idea. As you say, it's more squash for the gents and the ladies prepping for Jarvis. And gets players involved and obviously supports our main sponsor, Growthpoint, so who's done a lot for squash. So, yeah, I think it's all around a good idea. And like we say, it's not linked to a province. You can go play in any hub that you want to. So if you want to play some different opponents, you can go to Cape Town or go to Eastern Province or wherever you want. You don't have to play your home province.
Yeah, very well said, Barry. And I think it also just creates that competition as well. And the more competition you have, the more that the sport can actually grow. So I do urge everyone next year to sort of attend these hubs, attend these closed tournaments. There's opportunity to play against some top players, and if there's only one draw, it doesn't look so great. But if there's 4 or 5 draws at each hub, it really shows where squash South Africa is lying as well. And you've got guys that aren't top players, but they're playing these tournaments and competing. And the more people you have competing, the more the squash standard is gonna rise. So back to this game here, Barry. John T is currently 9-5 up. What's been going on?
No, I must say it's been some good squash, some nice long rallies. Nikhil trying to get that ball into some corners and attacking it where he can, but John T is just retrieving so well, not really giving him a chance to capitalize on that. Every time he attacks, John T is just there to pick it up, and he actually counter attacks very nicely as well. So he's fetching. But Nikhil working hard to stay in it. Yeah, Nikhil playing some really good thinking squash, moving the ball to the furthest corner, taxiing John T here and there. So that's what we like to see. I think that's what he needs to do to actually win this match. We just actually have a question here where we're wondering if John T wins this match to take the fixture, if the number 2 and 3 will actually play, because in 2023 it was a dead rubber, so the last match didn't take place. So we're just going to confirm that for you guys quickly. Okay, we've just received confirmation from Squash SA that even if it is a dead rubber after this match, the next 2 matches will still take place. So we're in for a good show of squash regardless. SACD so far taking it pretty comfortably, 3 love and 3 love for the number 4s and 1s, and number 5 currently 1 love up in games. Let's see if Nikhil can take it back here.
So Barry, if you can sum up Jarvis into 3 words, what would they be and why?
If I had to say 3 words about Jarvis, it would be, I would have to say awesome.
I think you can do a bit better than that, Barry.
Okay, let me try again. I'd say, squash, fun, and people. I think that's the mix for me.
Of course you have to say squash. It's a squash tournament, Barry. I think we can take out squash and we can add another one.
I'm at a bit of a loss for words here, Pierre. I'd have to say friendship. So for me, having played, this will be my 8th Jarvis, and it's just nice to see that You have the same guys playing year in and year out. Even if you only see them once a year at Jarvis, you're still mates, making friends with new opponents. So that's where the friendship part comes in for me. Where in the past it used to be a bit more of an enemy type thing. So if I was playing a province, I would, sort of really force myself to hate them and not even be friends with them. And now it's gone to a place where we play some good squash on the court and we have a hard match, and off the court afterwards we have a beer together and we actually become friends, and we see each other the next year and the next and the next. So yeah, what would you say, Pierre? I hope you have a better answer than mine.
I'd say competitiveness, first of all. I think, this is, like I said, this is the week that everyone's been looking forward to for the whole year. So we've got Easton's next door to us. They're playing Joburg. We've got, I think there's a humbling of a match going on, hence that cheer. So competitiveness, I think camaraderie is my second one as well. I think sort of playing off of your friendship. And then just downright fun as well. I think this is a very fun week. There's lots of highs and lots of lows, and you can see it on people's faces. It's quite an emotional week for a lot of people as well, riding all of the highs and lows that sport has to offer. Obviously, everyone's here to win first and foremost. That's not always the case, and you can see it.
Well said, Pierre. Yeah, I think for me, this will definitely have to be the reason that I actually play squash. I mean, to come here every year and represent your province, whether it's in the B section, C section, or D section, or obviously the top guys playing the A section. It's an honor, It really is an honor, and it's awesome to represent your province at this highest level and to actually see which province is the best. Northern's reaching a high this year, 5 out of 6 finals for the first time.
How many did you win?
So far, we've won 1 final, excluding this one. So, yeah.
And you still back the boys?
I always back the boys, but at the end of the day, you have to recognize if a player is just simply better, can't make excuses. So, at the moment, and at least in these first 2 matches, the win went to the strongest player. Not much to say about that. So yeah, I think in this case, Jonty is also the strongest player on paper. So Nikhil's going to have to play better than him, since he isn't better than him objectively. You know what I mean? He's currently 6-1 down in the second game, looking a little bit tired. And Jonty's getting the momentum we spoke of, looking really comfortable, looking strong. How has Midlands done this year, Pierre? No relegations. Any promotions?
Yeah, so Midlands A side played in the men's B this year. You spoke about it earlier. You guys actually beat them in the semi-final. With our number 1 getting injured halfway through, so you had to sit out today. But we won our fixture today to take 3rd place. Our men's B team in the C section was a bit tougher, but we actually had a fantastic match against KZN today in the wooden spoon playoff. Somewhere that obviously you don't want to be at Jarvis, but it was actually fantastic squash.
Can you just explain to the crowd what the wooden spoon playoff means?
So wooden spoon playoff is obviously the last position. That's where you battle relegation for next year. If you win your section, you obviously get promoted, and obviously if you lose, you get demoted to the next one. So we were playing for relegation against our neighbours in KZN. Bit of a rivalry there as well. And yeah, it was off to a fantastic start. with the player down, obviously having to move up to the A team, we had our number 4 Brad Fenter go up first against Reni Coronia, and he also hadn't won any games throughout this tournament, and he won quite comfortably 3-love to get us off to a fantastic start. Next up we had Kira Govender, our fill-in number 1 against Adrian Hansen, the ledge himself. And yeah, it's also another humbling of a game, taking it to 5. We thought Kia might have had the legs because old Adrian, being a stalwart of squash, struggling a bit with fitness at the moment, coming from two double hip replacements. So the experience really showed through from Adrian, winning 3-2. Our number 5 was next in Justin Higginson against our junior, Justin. He's currently number 2 in KZN, and he played against Matthew Glass. And he also had a fantastic game, winning 3-love. But our real stand-up performance today was Sean Stradham playing at number 2 against Omar Hoosen. So just to give a backstory, last time they played, Omar won 3-love. So Sean was already against the pump, and obviously he needed to win the fixture so that we weren't going to get relegated. And yeah, first game he lost, second game he lost, third game he was 8-2 down, and he decided, no, this is not happening. Put the hammer down, won that one 11-9. Fourth game he won comfortably about 11-4, 11-5. And then the fifth game, Omar threw the absolute kitchen sink at it, and he was 9-1 up. But an amazing story. Sean decided, no, this is not where the story ends. And he was able to come back from 9-1 down in the fifth to take a 12-10 to give us the fixture before my. Ladies have done well as well. They're playing the B section. I think they finished about third. So yeah, overall not a bad performance from the boys from Nkungunglovu.
That's awesome, Pierre. Nice to hear. And that's exactly what Jarvis is all about, playing big matches, having juniors play against people like the Ledge, with years of experience. I think it's like his 35th Jarvis or something. So yeah, that's really what Jarvis is all about. And just quickly back to this match. Jonty going 2-love up there with an 11-5 win. Looking pretty comfortable. Things not looking so good for Northerns at the moment. SACD 2-love up in matches and 2-love up in sets in this game. So yeah, they're looking strong to take another final, take another Jarvis Cup. Dream is still alive. Nikhil needs to fight really hard to take it back. Let's see if he can do it.
So Barry, you're 2-0 down at the moment. Who would you want to have as a teammate? Dream situation to come and give you advice in your corner there before you go on. Who would be the one person that you want in your corner to give you advice that would make the difference? Anyone in the world?
Oh, actually, I have to say, my dad's always been my best coach. He knows my game in and out. He knows when I'm nervous or when I'm stressing or when I'm not playing the squash I should be playing, and he always tells me what I need to hear, not necessarily what I want to hear. And he actually did come through to PE on Wednesday and watched our matches, so it was really nice to have him in my corner. And even though he wasn't necessarily coaching me in between games, he was supporting me. But yeah, if I was 2-love down, that's who I would like to have coach me. How about yourself? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm not too fussy. Yeah. If anyone's seen me play squash before, I'm my biggest critic. So normally when my teammates come to give me advice, I tell them to keep quiet, and I sort of just tell them I give myself advice. But honestly, you always need that support. You always need that sort of confirmation and affirmation that you're doing things wrong, you're saying things right. But poor call.
Not his wife.
I'll take them both.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. No, it's true. Sometimes a player actually just needs to vent a little bit and sort of speak to himself, like you say, like, what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and then just to sort of jog your memory of the set and go through it point by point and to see where you went right and where you went wrong. It's actually a good exercise in general, just to before anyone actually speaks to you and starts giving you an information dump, to say, let me ask myself what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I think in this case, Nikhil isn't playing badly. He's actually playing some of the best squash I've seen him play recently. Seen playing the squash he can play, not making a lot of mistakes. Maybe just a little bit loose around the lengths like that. Someone like Jonty is going to punish you if you're not hitting a good length. You know, that last one got exactly what it deserved. It's the poor length, and Jonty played the winner. So yeah. Obviously got Damien there, giving a Nikhil a bit of advice in the 90 seconds. So let's see if it works. And another question is obviously, is the player going to do what you tell them in the 90 seconds? I mean, you get some players who they don't want any advice, they don't want to hear anything, which is a bit of a tricky one, because you either need to tell them what they don't want to hear, and they don't want to hear it from you either, or you just need to leave them and sort of hope they figure it out.
Yeah, I think that's what makes the difference between a good player and a great player. Someone that can sort of adapt their game mid-game as well, you know. They know that this shot isn't working for them because their opponent's on it, so, you know, they're going to try to push them to that corner instead. I think a player that can sort of understand that mid-game and adapt to it to their own advantage really pushes them to the next level. You know, you don't want to fight. As you can hear, the crowd's really getting into it now behind Nikhil. Jonty there just breaking his strings. He's going to go find his new racket.
Well, yeah, whatever Damien told Nikhil in the 90 seconds, it's working, because he's taken a 5-1 lead in this third game. Looking good. Let's see if he can pull it through.
So Jonty's been able to find his spare racket, and we go back into this game with Nikhil Patha leading 5-1 in the third. Very obviously, Nikhil's off to a much better start here as well. Hitting another Nick, taking it to 6-1. He's getting fired up. The crowd's getting behind him. We spoke about it earlier as well with the momentum, and the momentum is definitely in his favor at the moment.
Yeah, I must say he's really landing those attacking shots and working well here. So really need to just keep it up and try and take it all the way. I mean, he's gotten an impressive lead in this third game. So yeah, if you can just keep it up, you might see a turnaround of things. Working really hard to stay in it. That looked down. Jonty conceding the point there. Nice sportsmanship.
Yeah, I think Nikhil's been able to find another gear here. He's been working very hard these first 2 games, but I think this game he sort of just putting his foot down more, making sure Jonty has to work the whole way through, and it's starting to show. That's why he's 7-1 up at the moment. Hopefully he can convert this game. I think it'll be massive for his confidence. Yeah, it'd really be giving him a chance to woof! That is a fantastic shot.
Come on, Nikhil.
And I think that's exactly Nikhil's game as well. Is when he's confident, he can play those sort of shots and they start to work. And that's only can happen when he's a couple points up as well.
No, 100%. I mean, Nikhil's hitting those winners. He's looking really comfortable, hitting some amazing winning shots, and a few errors creeping in from Jonty here. He's obviously starting to feel the pressure. So yeah, it'll be good for Northerns to have a bit of a turnaround. It'll be the first set they get in this whole fixture. And yeah, Nikhil going 10-1 up there for 9 game balls to change things around a bit. Just a solid length there from Jonty to finish it. Finish the rally.
Wait the whistle, yeah. Tough.
Jonty trying to bring a bit of a push here to get back into this game. He's lost a bit of steam and lost a bit of the momentum, so trying to pick it back up. Oh, unforced error from Nikhil. Jonty edging his way back into this game. Nikhil still with 7 game balls to take it. Going to have to work hard to actually convert this.
Yeah, it's been a much better display from Nikhil. It's a lot more dominant. Jonty just claiming that ball was popped up, but I think it was good as well.
Like a Nikhil.
Came to Nikhil.
Woo! Come Nikhil.
Why not? Why not?
Our friend, another talk about match please commentate on the match. Kenny, please commentate on the match. 15 seconds. What's the dollars and regional and qualifier? You have to do a whole fixture. There's lots of time for scoring.
So what do you think, Pierre? Do you think Nikhil has the legs and the grit to take it through to 3-2? Think he can take it?
Yeah, I think his tail is up now. He's starting to find some freedom in playing those attacking shots that are working well for him. Like I said earlier, when he's playing confidently, it works. So what Jonty needs to do is just sort of take away that time and take away that confidence from him and build that scoreboard pressure so he doesn't have that freedom and ability to go for those shots. I think these first 5 points are going to be crucial. I think it's going to set the standard for for the rest of the game. If Nikhil gets them, I think he's going to take it to 5. But if Jonty's able to sort of shut him out here from the beginning, I think he might take it through. But yeah, Nikhil's playing fantastic squash at the moment. And it should be very interesting. What do you think, Barry?
Yeah, and I'll have to agree with you there, Pierre. Nikhil is looking good on those attacking shots. He just needs to create that opportunity, open up the court a little bit, like that. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful squash. And the thing about Nikhil is he's not scared to go for the neck or go for the winner. You know, where Jonty might just put in another drive, another working length, sort of reset the rally. Okay, he has built in a little bit of a nice counter drop. I feel like Jonty is much better on the counter attack. So once someone goes short, he's able to bring in a counter attack, like that counter drop or hold and back to the back of the court. But yeah, it's all going to be determined in these first sort of 10 points of the match, up to like 5-all or so. Nikhil really needs to try and get the momentum going here. He's looking confident. Jonty working him nicely with the length in the back. Oh, just wasn't on, clips the tin. And Jonty goes 2-1 up in this 4th game. Oh, and that's a beautiful droppy. Nikhil equalizing at 2-all. Looking like he wants to run away with it now, not wasting any times in between points. Serving really, really quickly. He's got a little bit of a spring in his step. Really looking like he wants to win this. Unfortunate stroke there, the ball just coming out a bit loose. Jonty equalizing at 3-all, not giving up just yet. Going for a bit of a adventurous shot there. So the ball did sit up, but yeah, it was sort of where Jonty was coming from. And like you said, he needs to play attacking squash, but not too adventurous. I think a safer one there might have been just playing it away from his opponent again. Jonty taking a 1-point lead now at 4-3. Nikhil needs to really work it a bit to bring it back. Feels like the intensity has definitely picked up here, Pierre. Nikhil obviously trying to go to 5 and Jonty trying to finish it. It's a nice change of pace we're seeing here.
Yeah, most definitely. And Jonty's starting to look a bit uncomfortable now. He's starting to make a couple unforced errors as well. When Nikhil's really starting to give him a chance to get himself into this game. But yeah, the intensity has definitely picked up. I think both players desperately badly want this one. And it's showing in the squash as well.
And I must say, Pierre, it's nice to see these young guys actually pushing the top dogs. You know, the guys who have been here in the A section for years. You know, won multiple finals. Jonty's played at number 3 in the A section. He's played at number 4. He's played at number 5. He's won multiple Jarvis Cups. Nikhil, like we said, first time in the A section, putting up a good performance, and that actually goes for most of the northern side. With Connor and Judah also playing their first caps. So first A section Jarvis and first Jarvis for Northerns. So yeah, obviously Nikhil, it's not his first Jarvis for Northerns, but definitely his first one in the A section after a tough B section last year. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see these guys actually put up a fight. Win or lose, but every point counts. You can see it. Every point matters. Working hard each rally, not giving up, willing to run for those tough ones, even if it doesn't go up.
And you spoke about it earlier. Like this is for the best province in the country. This is competitive squash. It's evident and it shows in how they're playing. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot.
No, 100%, Pierre. It's good to see the guys fired up for this kind of thing. They're not just playing for themselves, you're playing for your teammates, for your province, for your parents, for your coaches, for your sponsors, all around. Nikhil fighting back here to get back into 5-6. Jonty with a 1-point lead. Big couple of points now as we're getting into the business end of this game, or second half of this game, which could potentially lead to match ball or a fifth set playoff. The ball's just too tight. Jonty getting back his 2-point lead. Yeah, Ben, we spoke about that scoreboard pressure. I think it's starting to maybe kick in a bit now. Nikhil getting a bit nervous. I don't know if he thinks he should be going for winners off the bat, or if he's thinking he should be just rallying it out. But I know Jonty's going to feel positive and just keep doing what he does. Work that ball in deep and wait for Nikhil to go for something or make a mistake.
Yeah, like you said, Jonty's a very, very experienced player. He's been here before. This is not his first time being in this position, and he's got the experience to sort of get him through this game without playing squash that is too adventurous, is out of his depth. On Nikhil, like you said, it's his first time here in this sort of position as well, and he just needs to just reset, keep focused, just try to get the next couple points as well, and not let the fact that Jonty's currently 3 points ahead of him affect the rest of his squash.
Big couple of points coming up now. Jonty with an 8-5 lead. Unforced error there from Nikhil. Got her nerves creeping in, I'm sure. Nikhil's going to have to dig deep here to bring it back. Really work hard. Jonty looking comfortable. Massive rally this, high stakes. So good from the experienced Jonty. 5 match balls to secure the fixture and another Jarvis Cup.
Yeah, Nikhil did very well. I think taking that third game really shows sort of the maturity that's coming along. But yeah, Jonty's just a class player, got the experience, and it showed in this fourth one. Championship point.
Let's go, Northern! Go, Nikhil.
Nikhil saving 1 match ball there. Let's see if we can do it 4 more times to get back into it. Massive point here. And Jonty hits it down. 3 more to go. Score currently 7-10.
And Jonty Matthys is able to take it in 4 against Nikhil Patha, securing the win for SACD and another Jarvis Cup. It's been fantastic squash from everyone so far.
Yeah, I must say, good effort there from Nikhil trying to fight it. Jonty just too solid. Securing another cup for the boys. You can see the SACD lads celebrating here in the front. We've got 2 matches to go. Obviously the guys have no pressure now, so we might see some upsets, maybe not. It's nice to know your result actually doesn't make a difference to the fixture. Unfortunate loss there for Northerns. 3 love down in matches with 2 to go, but yeah, at the end of the day, the best man wins. Pierre's going to excuse himself. Thanks a lot for joining us, Pierre. Any last words? Words of wisdom? Inspirational quotes?
No, I'm not that profound, but yeah, I just wanted to obviously say thank you to all the organizers for another fantastic Jarvis. I think we're going to see all the rewards and tribulations tonight in the final function. But yeah, another week wrapped up. We've still got 2 more matches to go. But yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Pierre. Don't be a hacker, be lacquer. See you at the next one.
Thanks, Barry.
Pierre. Are you going to make it to finals, buddy? Listen, I'm finals master, so I better. I have to. Riku, see the thing. Hey, let me get off, Steve. Swatting. Net weggooien, net weggooien. Sit down. Jana, gaan gooi 'n bietjie net weg maar asseblief. Kom jy 'n bietjie vir die ouens wat voor hulle weggooi. Iemand die wil drink moet baie doen. Okay. Kom ons moet die groen. commentate on the match. Was it oor squash gevra? Dis wat ek is. Ek toe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, our 72 viewers, to the Growthpoint SA IPT final between South African country districts and Northern Gauteng. We've got the number 2s on currently, unfortunately playing a dead rubber. So SACD has secured the fixture with 3 wins, 3 very solid wins from 3 very solid players. Number 2's on now, Jared Cousins in blue versus Jean-Pierre Brits in black. I'm joined by Jana Craig from Northern to give us a bit of insight into the match. Jana, welcome.
Thank you so much, Barry. I'm excited to be here.
Good to have you, I must say. Pierre was getting a bit... No, shame. He's a great commentator. What are your predictions for this match, Jana? Obviously, there's no pressure on the boys now. The result doesn't really make a difference to the fixture. So what do you think is going to happen?
I think it's going to be very interesting since JP is probably going to try and lob everything and Jared's going to try and nick everything since there's no pressure. He knows he can go for shots now. So it's going to be interesting to see which way this one's going to swing.
No, sure. Yeah, well said. I think someone like Jared definitely plays better when there's no pressure on him. You know, when he's comfortable and relaxed, those nicks just come out. You know, straight nicks, cross court nicks, back wall nicks, everything. So it's going to be interesting to see. We know he can really shoot. He's a skillful player and likes sort of playing those shots and going for it. Where JP is traditionally a bit more of a, I don't say a runner, but a traditional player, you know, working the normal length game and volleying everything. So, yeah, should be a fun match. Quick thoughts on the previous match?
Nikhil did very well to fight back there. I think it was also a bit stressful since he was the one keeping the hopes alive for Northerns. But he did really well, and yeah, JP also, John T also played very well, but yeah, SACD was just too strong.
No, true, yeah, just a stronger team on the day. And I think the prediction was right there. Already saw JP bringing in the lob serve on the first shot. So,
And Jared going for the neck.
and Jared going for the nick, exactly. Yeah, obviously Jared quite a short player, but he does have an amazing volley. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. JP going for a bit of a trick shot there. And we know Jared can be tricky as well, so should be good to see. Donna, tell us a little bit about your fixture before we get into the game too much. Obviously the one team that actually beat SACD today, well done. Do you want to give us a few highlights?
So yeah, have to say since the change of order, I'm number 4, so I went on first today, which is a bit of a switch up, but also a bit stressful, knowing that we kind of wanted to bank on 4 and 5 to win their fixtures. Played more of a length game than I normally do. I would say normally I play a lot more drops than I did today, but at least my length game was good enough to secure the 3 love. And then then we had Kaylee, our number 1, go on next. She won 3-1 after being 1 up down, which was really good. And then we had Mananta, our number 5, go on to secure the win for us. And then, the other 2 players just could go out and have fun. And we're very happy that at least someone in Northern's beat SACD, so we're very excited about that.
I'm also very happy about that. At least he didn't get a full sweep of 4 wins, so well done on that. And I think we can see already in this fixture, or in this match rather, the guys enjoying it. I mean, Jared going for a lacquer nick there, missing it, but still got a smile. So, that's what we want to see. We want to see the guys enjoying it. It's not all about the win. Winning is not everything. It is fun to win, but it can also be fun just to play good squash in a case like this where teams already lost. So hoping to see some good rallies and some good sportsmanship between the boys. very experienced JP, obviously senior player, also done this many times. And Jared, maybe not so experienced, but definitely got the skills and the makings to be great. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
definitely also nice to have such a young A side from Northern side. So all these boys are getting a lot of experience, and they still have many years to come in front of them. So it helps a lot with the depth of the province, and it looks really good for the future of women's squash.
Yeah, there we go. Well said. Yeah, true. I mean, the SACD basically having the same team the last 4 or 5 years, and even before that building up. Northern seeing a lot of new players. It's true. It's a very good point to make there. And yeah, it is a lot. Actually, basically guys coming straight out of juniors. We had one actual junior in our team, Judah Phillips, who will be going on next. So yeah, it's promising. It's promising to see.
Barry, also tell us a bit about how your tournament went and how you guys did today.
I'll quickly tell you, Jana. Yeah, so went 3-love down today against a strong Oz Campbell from SACD. It was our rematch. We played them on Wednesday in the pool stages, and it was a little bit tighter, but they were just too strong for us today. For one down in matches. Yeah, they're just the stronger team on the day, and definitely stronger on paper. We thought we could swing things around, but yeah, I must say the boys are strong. I mean, you got Luke van Vieren, who's going to nationals, playing at number 2 in the B section, which is just an absolute scandal.
Yeah. And how would you say do you mentally prepare if you're having a rematch against a team? How do you prepare for that, especially since Matt and your team beat Jimmy the previous round? How do you prepare for that?
It's a good question, Jan. I should have maybe thought about that before the match, because I didn't really treat it as a rematch. I just sort of just said, let me just go in and enjoy it. Didn't really think about the previous match. So yeah, maybe I should have actually. Might have helped, but yeah, just honestly didn't have the legs today. I knew what I had to do, but just couldn't pull it through. Just didn't have the legs. So yeah, I think definitely conditioning for next time is going to be something to look at.
And to go and look at the live streams of the previous matches for some insight on your opponents. Have you used that throughout the tournament or not?
No, I actually haven't. It's a great idea though. Maybe after Jarvis I'll do a deep dive and analyze all my matches and work out my training accordingly. So yeah, actually some good tips. Thanks.
Did you know the opponents you were playing before you played them or not?
No, I actually didn't. No, it's the first time I've ever played him. Oz Campbell. So yeah, no, he did well.
So you was the Wizard of Oz today.
Indeed. No, definitely saw some wizardry on court. A little bit of trouble here. Deep lunge from JP, and looks like he hurt something. Just have to wait and see if he's actually all right. See, he's got the knee guard on the left. This looks like the right foot. Six all in this first game. 7-6. Oh, sorry, 7-6 to Jared. Quite a tough call there. It looked like JP didn't know where the ball was until it bounced 3 times, but they are professionals, so we'll trust their judgment. Jana, tell us, did you also have a professional ref doing your fixture today?
We did have one of the professional refs today. I would say the calls that he made in my match I do agree with. So that was good at least. And did you have one in your match today?
Yes, we did. We had Old Sven also quite nice to have someone ref everything, so you can just support and you don't have to worry about it. And yeah, some tough calls, like he really wanted us to play the ball when we could and not fish for anything. So that's positive. Try and play the ball. So yeah, it was good.
No, it is nice to not have to mark, and especially if matches get really close, it's nice to have someone who's impartial at least. So that is nice.
Yeah, true. Just a few unforced errors there from Jared Cousins in the end. It was 7-all, and then just a few very quick points. So JP takes that first game 11-7, extending the lead for SACD 3-love up in matches.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying for a second before that, I lost it. You got it fast enough in his racket was his racket anywhere else? Reluctant.
Yeah, except for Bevan, which is the slightest of blood.
SACD, one game plus. Level.
Crowd still hard on the support here, not giving up the gears. Nice little straight nick there from Jared to take the first point in the second game. So, Jana, if you were in Jared's coaching corner, what would you tell him to change or do differently to actually try and win this set?
Well, still go for a shot if it's on, but just be a little bit more patient, and then obviously just eliminate the few unforced errors that he made, and just taking his time between points if you're winning. Because he was, I think it was 7-all, and then he lost the next 4 points. So just taking your time between each point, regroup, and then get back into it. But yeah.
Yeah, I must say, unfortunately, that is one of Jared's Achilles' heels. He does like to shoot for it, to shoot for shots, but
Don't expose our play.
I mean, it's pretty obvious so far. He goes for it, and yeah, I wouldn't say 50-50. He usually hits them, but on a day that it's off, everything goes in the tin, and on a day that it's on, everything rolls. So it really is a gamble.
He's playing like a younger Christo. So it was interesting to see that matchup between the two of them.
Yes, it was indeed. It was more like an exhibition match than a formal match. I mean, the ball hardly touched the back wall, so
Yeah, like who's going to hit the next first type of thing.
yeah. Yeah, we're just seeing those unforced errors creep in from Jared. 3 unforced errors giving JP the 3 points. So he actually shoots himself in the foot because he takes 2 points and then he gives 3 away. So he really needs to change that a little bit.
Yeah, JP will probably just keep on being attacking, but also just lengthening the rallies and waiting for Jared to make the error.
And that's the thing, like we said, it's not JP's first rodeo. He's a very experienced player. He knows what to do against people like this. If he sees someone making mistakes, he's just going to keep extending the rallies and almost force Jared to make that unforced error.
Yeah, kind of like tempt him.
Exactly, yeah. Force the unforced error. And if you were in JP's corner, what would you tell him to keep on winning?
Yeah, keep on working, Jared. Keep on being patient. And yeah, I think I've spoken to JP before, and he said that in South Africa people don't lob enough. So he's a good stand for keeping on with all the lobs. There we go, the lobs are coming. So I think he'll probably lob when he's under pressure and keep on keep the pace when he's attacking otherwise.
Yeah, no, well said. I think this is a much better rally for Jared, actually working that length to the back, trying to hit the back wall and back corners, getting JP out of position first before he shoots for something.
Yeah.
So I think it's,
Yeah, there we go. Forcing
it's
that.
very simple. Yeah, to actually keep it tight and then go for the winning shot, not just out of nowhere go for a nick. Because we know we can hit it, but if it goes down, then yeah, it's just a free point. It's Christmas.
Christmas in July.
Nearly got hit there with the ball, but we're all good. Might have to get some protective eyewear. Can we get some protective eyewear, please? Yana's luckily too short, so she missed that one. JP taking a lead here, 7-4 in the second set. Looking comfortable, not giving Jared any freebies. And Jared definitely being the one chased around the court. I mean, we know he's fast, but when you're being forced to play loose and JP's cutting out the corners and just sending you cross court, doing horizontal court sprints, it's tough.
JP is also reading him really well, so he knows what shot's coming next. Except for that one.
Except for that one.
Commentator's choice.
Nice little change up there from JP. That's experience coming through. He just knows at what time to actually hit that attacking shot and change things up a bit. He creates the pattern, and just when you think he's getting predictable, he changes it up, which is very impressive. Big rally this for Jared to save the game ball. And Jared opting for the top spin volley drop there on the backhand and just not even hitting the front wall. 5 game balls for SACD to go 2-love up. Oh, beautiful.
Little taxi there from Jared. Saving 1 game ball.
And 4 game balls to save still.
Oh, another straight neck. Another game ball saved there.
And I must say, it looks like the intensity has picked up a little bit. The pace definitely picking up, certainly from the previous match, but also in this game, things have really picked up. I mean, the guys are playing at an insane pace. Really impressive to see the guys still controlling the ball and putting in that drop when the time is right. And it just hits an unforced error there. He's going for it a little bit too early. And JP goes 2-love up in games to secure the lead for SACD.
SACD, 2 games to love. Level.
Yeah, bit of a tight spot to come back from. 2-love down. He's going to have to really, really work to get this back. JP looking comfortable and confident. Obviously got no pressure, so yeah. Third game underway.
So Barry, what do you think Jared should do differently to try and take this third game?
Yeah, good question. I've been thinking that the whole match. He's not playing badly. He's actually playing the right squash. He just needs to stay a little bit. Just needs to stay a little bit patient and a little bit disciplined towards the business end of the game. Because I mean, he's staying with JP up until like 6-all, 7-all, and then he's just making a few unforced errors because he's trying to go for it too soon. And obviously JP is a great mover and a great fetcher. So you're not just gonna get 3 points. You know, he's gonna run for everything. So he has to put that ball in the back first, which he's sometimes a little bit. He wants to skip with that part sometimes. You know, put the ball back first, get the guy out of position, and then attack. Jared is also not really someone who likes to wait for someone else to attack and then counter-attack. Jared looking a bit tired there, a little bit red in the face.
No, he is doing court sprints, doing diagonals as well. Should just get that extra length and forcing JP to hit a little bit more of a loose ball. And also, just after he hit that winner. But yeah, getting the lengths first before going short would probably be the best bet at this point in time. Since JP is in front of him already, so it's quicker. He can get onto the ball quicker and then put him under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no, it's tough, Jan. I mean, it's hard to watch because he hits an amazing shot like that, or like the previous cross-court nick, and then he makes an unforced error. So it really is sort of gut-wrenching to watch him play, because you know every time he goes for something, it's either going to be amazing or just down. I'm not a gambling man like that. I like to play my shots safely to the back when I can. So yeah, it's obviously another level, and when it's on, you can go for it. Like, let's see, another lob serve, maybe another nick. But even like that,
Time to nick from JP.
just a nick from JP, exactly. He just needs to play the most basic shot, which is a straight drive to the back. Just start the rally, just get into the rally at least before you start shooting.
Wait for the loose ball or hearing the racket on the wall, and then you go for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can't give JP loose shots like that. You have to put the drive in tight. There we go. Normal straight drive, and you can get yourself into the rally, and you can start working it. But can't go for it off the bat.
Yeah, rolling it nicely before going in for the short shot to get it moving. Because if JP is balanced, then you are in trouble.
Exactly. There we go. You see, just get him out of position first. Just actually move him off the tee, because we know how skillful Jared is, and we know he can slot to nick, but it's probably safer to work the rally a little bit first. See, just like that. Jared's making a nice comeback now, bringing it up to 5-7 in this third set.
So we can keep building the rallies and be a little bit more patient, so we can get a fourth set hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Not even a lot more patient, just a little bit. Just play a few more drives and then start attacking.
just being more patient, not necessarily even have to hit the winner.
You see, there we go. So if he actually just extends the rally a little bit, JP's also going to... he's not a perfect person. He's not a perfect player. He's also going to make one or two mistakes. The problem is if you're forcing one or two mistakes and you making 5, then the guy still's 3 points ahead. So Jared doing well to equalize at 7 all year.
He also straightened up a little bit more and then also lifted the ball to the back a bit more to go across, which made a big difference.
No, it makes a big difference, exactly. To see if we can take the set here. Will be nice. Now fishing for the stroke a bit there. Felt like he could have played it. Good call from the ref there, yes, Led. That's so good, so good. And that's the kind of experience coming through as well from a player of JP's pedigree. You know, he's been here multiple times. He's played number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 in the A section. So yeah, he knows how to play these big rallies and these big points. Knows when to run and when to attack. He's just such an experienced player. And you can see it in his hair color as well.
Jared's really getting into this one now.
So it's still 8 all, yeah. Doesn't have a game ball yet, but looking good and doing well to equalize. Not letting JP run away with it. Another unforced error there from JP. So you see, no one's perfect. I mean, that's the 3rd one this game and he's actually up now. So all he needs to do, Jared, is make less errors.
Game balls.
2 game balls for Jared. Just try and be patient and play out this rally.
And another unforced error there from JP, giving the game to Jared. 1-2 in games to SACD. Well played. Let's go, Tazza.
SACD leads 2-1. Gordon's to serve. Lavo.
Okay, so we back here in the 4th game now. And so most 3-1s, the other opponent wins the 3rd game. Do you think we're gonna have a repeat of that, or do you think it's gonna go to 5, Barry?
Unfortunately, if I'm being objective, I know I'm from Northerns, but to be objective, I think JP is going to show some grit and experience and take it to 4. The same as we saw in Nikhil's game. The boys doing well to take one set, but I think yeah, JP, he knows what he needs to do. He knows what's working and what was costing him in the previous one. And yeah, Jared opting to play some bit more adventurous squash. So I think JP is going to take it for 3-1, like you say. If someone is too love up, they know what they've been doing works, and it's just a one game to show them what not to do. So yeah, I think a player like JP, he knows what to change. I mean, you can see him just working the ball to the back, not taking it in front where Jared likes it. So yeah, I think we're in for some good squash and some good rallies, but ultimately we'll have to see. I mean, that's a classic case in point. JP is playing a normal rally. It's a normal volley from Jared to just put the ball back or take JP's time away. But he tries to hit a winner and he hits the middle of the tin. It's just, you can't do that at this level. I mean, maybe in the B section you can still do that, but not at this level.
How do you think the mindset also plays a role? Because you can tell when Jared loses a few points, he gets a bit down. Yeah, what do you think about that, Barry?
Yeah, so I've actually thought about it a lot. I mean, yeah, whatever Jared's doing after he loses a point by giving an unforced error away is not helping, because this is now the third one in a row that he's actually hit. So his margins just aren't there. You can see it affects him, and it's almost like he decides, stuff this, I know I can do it, let me show you do it. Let me show you how I do it. And then he goes for it again and again and again. And it doesn't work for 3 times. This is the 4th one. And then he's probably going to slot one just now and slot a neck. But yeah, it's not positive thinking. I think Jared needs to be a little bit more disciplined at the end of the day. That's unfortunately his Achilles heel. He is a very skillful player, but he just takes the ball in too short, too early, and yeah, he makes mistakes. And I mean, JP can just run all day long, and he's going to put the ball at the back and wait for Jared to hit the tin. So even if JP concedes 1 or 2 points, he's happy to run and make the rallies long. So like that. Amazing squash, obviously. It's an amazing shot, and it's amazing display of skill from Jared. But it's almost like Jared is now happy with the 1 neck after the 4 tins, and JP is also happy with it because he knows he's still 3 points ahead. So yeah, I think he might have to adjust his mindset in future. There we can see the first pump coming in from JP. I mean, he's happy to fight the rallies and keep it alive, because he knows Jared's going to make an error. I mean, that's the 5th unforced error he's made in this 4th set, sorry. And it's just JP is just happy to do that all day long. And there we go.
Keeps working and keeps moving and goes for the winner at the right time.
Exactly. I think the key word there is at the right time. So it's not like JP is just a runner who just plays drives and runs. He can put that ball in short, and he can hit a straight neck and a drop. So, but the difference is he actually does it at the right time. He sets up the rally first, works him to the back again and again and again, and then he brings it in short. Doesn't just go for the shot when the guy's on the tee. So yeah, I think that's something Jared's going to have to work on if he actually wants to compete at this level. It's his 2nd time at number 2 in the ace side. actually finding it really difficult to commentate this game. Yeah, no.
JP is awesome. He knows exactly what he's doing with each rally and how to move him around.
No, and that's it. That's experience for you. Eh? I mean, it's been playing squash for 30 years or so. Great shot. I mean, we love to see it. Let's hope he can do it 6 more times. Thanks. Thanks, Wizzo. All right. Missing you, bud. Cheers, cheers. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Wat sê jy? Yep.
I woke up and it was too low.
I think Rico like it best. Rico like it best. Say Rico like it best than our person. Rico? Maar gaan er nou Rob, get yourself a coffee. Robbie, a coffee.
Dude, I was so fucking crack my really lekker
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, in this final match between South African Country Districts and Northern Gauteng in the Growthpoint IPT final of the men's A section for 2025, held here in Kaibega. We've got Judah Phillips up from Northerns versus Ruel Wiedeler from SACD. A little bit of a David and Goliath situation here, and tall and the short. Judah wearing his protective eyewear since he's still technically a junior. As we know, you still have to wear your eyewear until you turn 19, so that'll be later this year, I think. And yeah, Ruel, strong experience, number 3 for SACD. Currently 4 love-in matches to SACD. Very strong side, taking the win comfortably.
Growthpoint Jarvis Kaplan Tournament 2025. Men's A division is the opening match. Judah Phillips of Northern to serve.
Yeah, Al. And we're off. Let's see if Judah Phillips can offer the Northerns team some redemption by saving a whitewash. Judah conceding the first point there, double bounce. How's it, Jazza? I'm commentating the men's final, right? Okay. For what? Shout out Border. Okay, we're going to give you some quick stats here. Ruel Vidler currently on 1,861 points on Sporty HQ, 93 points higher than Judah, sitting on 1,768 points. Their head-to-heads currently 2-love. Ruel taking both wins, so 100% win ratio there. Total matches played. Ruel has played 362 matches. Judah 348. And the other stats, you have to get the premium version of the app, so we will not be giving them to you these days, today. Ruel, age 23. Judah, 18. Both South African, obviously.
Both right-handed. And Ruel has the nickname of Ruler. And Judah has the nickname of BP.
I'm not sure where that nickname comes from. I've also never heard it before, but we would like to give a shout out to BP, Glenn Fair, for sponsoring the hoodies of Northerns, as well as KPC. So Ruel, actually originally from Border, growing up in East London. Do you think he's gonna... As tall as a ruler. Well done, Jana. Do you think he'll move back to Border after he's done studying?
I don't think so. I think he is done studying. Actually, he's actually working.
And he hasn't moved back to Border.
And yes, not. So I don't predict he is gonna. So I assume not.
So we'd actually like to give a shout out to Border on that note for sponsoring Northerns with a few players. The Earl brothers, Laura Patrick, Megan Patrick,
As well.
once she makes it, and actually for sponsoring a lot of good players to a lot of provinces, you know.
Sneaky trickle boast.
And the support's still going strong here in this last match, even though it's a dead rubber. Score currently 2-1, 2-all, sorry, in this final match in the first set.
What do you think Judah's game plan should be for this match, since Ruel is so tall and also has quite a big reach on court?
Good question, Jana. I think for someone like Ruler, you actually have to turn him side to side, but you have to keep the ball low, because obviously with his reach and how tall he is so good on that volley. Just has an insane wingspan, gets every ball, so you really want to just keep it away from his racket, make him turn. I think put the work into his legs, keep the ball away from him. So I think that's what Judah should be doing, working it in the back, left to right, and then same as always, when the ball's loose, bring in that short shot. What do you think Ruel's game plan should be?
Ruel's obviously going to, on the contrary, try and volley as much as he can. Also, lengthen the rallies, make Judah move to the front. He's bringing him in quite a bit and catching him off guard with his movement, making him stop and then have to move again, change direction, which is working really nicely. And then just waiting for him to give the loose ball and then be back on the volley again.
Yeah, true. We know Ruel has got a very good hold, especially on that backhand. If the ball's in front of him, you've got some serious trouble because no one knows what he's going to play. He's got that top spin sort of shot where it's not even, he barely swings. I mean, he just sort of follows through. Judah going for 6 points there by hitting the ball out of the court. 4-2 for Ruel. Yeah, interesting week for both players here. We thought Ruel was going to go undefeated, but he actually lost to John Anderson of Joburg, 3-love nogal. And Judah only winning the one match versus KZN. So, yeah, both of these players obviously having strong opposition. So they're both looking to get another win here. What is your prediction for the end score?
I think Ruel will either take this one 3-love or 3-1. But Judah will have to work hard to get that one. And also stay positive. He tends to get negative sometimes.
Oh, yeah, you know, he is a junior. I mean, he's a little bit inexperienced. It's his first Jarvis, first time playing A section, and number 3 at that. So, yeah, obviously has a bit of a tough road into it. A bit of a drop him in the deep side and see if he sinks or swims. Unfortunately, Judah got a little bit sick at junior IPTs as well last week, and coming into this week, he wasn't feeling 100% healthy. He was feeling better as the week went on. So, yeah, I think this is probably his best day to play some good squash and to feel good. So, yeah, let's see what happens.
Also some good training, good matches for him going into Worlds coming up.
100%. A little unforced error there from Ruel to equalize the score to 6-all. Judah actually in with a chance here and looking confident, looking good. Hitting his shots and moving well. Ball is flying, I must say, Jana. This pace is insane.
His pace is quite high, and then they do vary it every now and then, lifting the ball a bit, but lifting it more straight and then going for the hard cross courts.
I think he actually caught him on that one. He unfortunately hit it down. Yeah, fortunately for Northerns. Judah taking a 1-point lead, 2-point lead, sorry. And I must say, Jana, it's good to see the juniors actually coming through, beating these senior players. I mean, Judah being 18 at the moment is, it's really still a lighty. And beating someone like Ruel, 5 years older than him, Ruel done studying, working now. He's played Jarvis a few years, Judah's first one. It's nice to see guys coming through and challenging these top blokes, bring some new blood into the province, or into the country actually.
As well as for myself coming from juniors to seniors, how the pace increases and the fitness as well, which is a big adjustment. But yeah, Judah's been doing really well in terms of that.
Now on that note, Jana, I think Ruel might be the player with the better conditioning in this case. So Judah's really going to have to try and close it down in 3 sets, because I think if it goes to a 5th, he's in for a bit of trouble. I mean, Ruel's been doing some really solid work on his conditioning. He's been in the gym, He's been working on his strength and his mobility. Obviously, for a player of that size, Not sure what that sign was, but it's obviously not happy with that call. Ruel equalising at 8-all here in this first set. Quite a contested one, and I think whoever takes this first set is probably going to take the match.
I agree with you, Barry. Also, on another note with fitness and going through this whole tournament, how do you think fitness plays a different role as the week goes on here in Jarvis?
No, listen, I can tell you it plays a massive role. I was sort of broken after my match on Wednesday. And today I played the same guy and I lost 3 love, so just didn't have the legs, I was feeling stiff, everything was sore, didn't move as fast as I wanted to, I couldn't get behind the ball and I was just boasting too much, so yeah, the guy, he chopped me today. I think, especially as the week goes on, it's important to make sure you stretch enough and warm up properly and cool down. By day 5 is actually where you reap the results of your conditioning.
Yeah.
So on day 1 it might be an equal contest, but I think where it really starts to show is actually on day 5, especially for the guys making the finals, having a tough road to get there and so forth. So, I mean, we saw it in our fixture where we played them on Wednesday. We were still feeling all right and we got a few sets here and there, got a match, and today it was just 3 love, 3 love, 3 love, 3 love, and the guy who got the match last time got the same match this time. So, yeah. But back to the match, Judah putting in some real good work here and sending Ruel the wrong way a few times. But yeah, Ruel's reach is just so good that he actually managed to stay in. And Judah hitting the unforced error there. I would say actually maybe a forced error. Can you explain to us, Jana, the difference between an unforced error and a forced error in this context of this match?
Okay, so a forced error will be for example, your opponent makes you twist and turn, you have to run, you on the stretch, and you accidentally hit the tin or hit the ball down. And a forced error is... Sorry.
Is?
A forced error will be... Sorry, Judah takes the game... Ruel takes the game 11-8. We'll get back to the errors after the break. Okay, so the players are making their way back on court. Calling time, we're going to get the second set underway.
SACD needs one game to love. Let's go, Judah.
Okay, so we're going to get back to Barry's question about forced and unforced error. An unforced error is when your opponent gives you a pretty standard shot, and let's say, for instance, you hit the ball out, you hit it into the tin. A false serve, for instance, would be an unforced error. A forced error will be your opponent plays a really good shot and forces you to, let's say you try and boast the ball goes down, something along those lines.
So just a little fun fact for the viewers. Northern Gauteng has no players in the shoe. A shoey being a player who has won 0 matches the whole week, and SACD only has one shoey for, I won't say for who, but it's not a player in the A section at least. So we'll get you the info from the other provinces as soon as we get those. But I have it on good authority that Border has quite a few. I asked one of the players how many they have, and he just said, yo, a lot. So, yeah, next time, Border. Northern's is Judah Phillips taking an early 3-1 lead in this second game, extending it to 4-1. Good night. Good night. Some absolutely amazing retrievals here from both players. And Ruel takes that massive rally to bring it back to 2-4. Judah opting to play some smart squash here and really thinking about it, thinking about where he puts the ball, but Ruel's pace is just too crazy. I mean, Ruel nearly broke the ball on that shot. Hitting so hard, so good. I actually thought he got that.
He did concede the point, so I'm pretty sure it was double.
Yeah, it looks like it was double, and Ruel equalizing to 4-all here in the second game. Nice backward boast there from Ruel. Bit of pressure here. Nice rally. Oh, great straight lob there from the young Judah.
It's interesting to see that Judah is actually slowing the pace down rather than trying to hit the ball lower and harder, which is actually working really well.
Yeah, that's correct. I think his aim is to vary the pace. I mean, you don't want to get Ruel into a rhythm, because then he just moves side to side and he just gets every ball. But when you can change it up and also, like you said, make him start, stop, and sort of, stop his movement on the tee, it's going to put some more work into his legs, and yeah, you might be able to wrong foot him at some point. Also, really good to see Judah not playing the traditional dead rubber and not really giving up. I mean, he's playing like he's got everything to play for, which is really nice to see, and fighting for every point. It's a really healthy, positive squash. What an amazing shot from Ruel there. You can see he's not going to let this game go easily. He's also not going to sit back and let Judah take it. So fighting for every point, bringing it back to 5-6 in the second game. And the total time for the match has been 20 minutes so far. Cross court just heading out from Judah. Ruel equalizes at 6-all. Mr. Phillips has a broken string and has 90 seconds to replace his racket. Move, Judah, move. String. Let's go, Judah, boy. Let's go, Judah. Good judge.
So we have a few updates on the stats. So on the Shui stats, just a reminder, Shui is a player who lost all their matches this week. Free State has 4 Shuis and Easterns has 1. And I can confirm that Northerns has no Shuis.
Thanks, Jano. Yeah, thanks for that, and thanks for the players sending it through on the player communications group. I'd love to see the involvement and the participation. Jano, have you ever taken a Shui at Jarvis?
No, I have not. I've actually, in 2 of my I've played 3 Javi, and in one of them I won all my matches last year. I think I won like 2 or 3. And this year I won all my matches, so no Shui so far.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Have you ever taken a Shui, Barry?
No comment. No, Jano, to be honest, I took my first Shui in 2022, and that was also my last Shui. Shoo. Shoo-wee. And back to the match at hand. While taking an 8-7 lead in the second game. Judah apologizing for something there, not sure exactly what.
Okay, scores 10-8. Game ball to Raul to go 2-love up. Okay, game 2, Raul. Raul leads 2 games to love.
And we'll be back straight after the break. Brett, I'll take it.
Jij al 6 goals?
Huh?
6.
6 holders. Actually 12 holders. Ik denk vanaf afbreek voor
15 seconds.
Ja, dat is meer. Dat is Figueroa. Dat is Figueroa.
En zo bij het
Time. SACD needs 2 games to love. Level.
Okay, so we are back in the third game. Royals leading 2 games to love. Do you think we're going to see a comeback from Judah here, Barry?
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, I really would like to see a comeback here from the young Judah. He's obviously fighting hard and playing well, but to be realistic, I think Roel is just looking too solid, and it's the same thing as the previous matches. They together at 8-all, 7-all, and then SACD just runs away with it. Just too experienced and just been in this position too many times. They know what they need to do to win, and they know how to play the big points. So, yeah, just coming up against an inexperienced Northern side. I would like to see a 5-setter, but I think it's going to be 3-love to Roel. What do you think?
I have to agree with you. I feel like Royal is playing really well. But it's really nice to see that Judah is fighting and staying with him in the rallies. It's just like the last bit of refinement to take it to the point so you can take a game. We have some updates on the shoeies. So Western Province, they have 5 shoeies, which is it's quite something. And then SACD has 1 shoey.
Not bad, not bad.
Which makes sense because they have so many winning teams.
I must say that's probably got to be like in the C side or D side for the men's, which is actually really impressive, I must say. Province has been doing well. They've got a lot of depth, and it seems like all of their players have been available this year, which is unfortunately not the case for Northerns. I mean, missing a few top players, Luan Groenewald, Roan Olivier, might have made a difference, but that also shows you who's available to represent their province, and if you want to do it, this is the time of the year to be available. So, yeah. Also, links to the conditioning we were talking about earlier. If you're sick or injured at this time of the year, it's not ideal. So, yeah, I think this is really the time to peak for South African squash players, and it's nice to see the guys actually bringing their best squash, and even someone like Judah was a little bit sick, still coming through and still playing. We've seen a few injuries this week across the board. Not too many, luckily. Nothing too serious. No broken heels or Achilles snapped or hammies. Just a few sprains and pulls here and there. So yeah, it's good to see. I mean, the guys are strong.
We've also seen in one of our fixtures actually a girl who accidentally tripped and fell into the wall with her head. And a concussion test was done on court, but all seemed to be good, and she was able to continue the match later on.
Joanna, can you just quickly tell us how does a concussion test work actually?
So it's a test to check if you have a concussion.
Really? No, but how does it work?
So
How do they do the
I'm
test?
not exactly sure, but so one of the tests that what I could see from the doctor, I didn't see all of it. She would use her hands closed around the girls, both of her eyes separately, just to see how her eyes are reacting to the changes in light, to see if she's okay. And then she also said if she becomes more dizzy or nauseous, she should also stop. But other than that, I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely not a doctor and not in that field at all.
No, it's good to see. It's good to see the guys on standby. Or which doctor was actually used to conduct this test?
It
Was someone
was
available at the
actually-
courts?
It was actually one of the teams that we played, a lady from EP, who she actually helped one of our teammates who had like a little bit of a problem with her shoulder to do some like massaging and some strapping for her, and then they called her as soon as this happened. Just for some advice and some help, and then she came through. Luckily, we were playing at the same courts that day.
No, that's really awesome. It's awesome to see the provinces helping each other, and I think that's what Jarvis is all about as well. Making sure everyone's alright and staying healthy and staying fit, and we can help someone. I mean, we're supporting against each other, but we're all friends at the end of the day, and squash is the real winner. So even in this case, I mean, Northern's is a big friend of SACD and all of these players individually as well.
Yeah,
So
a lot of them also do play Northern's League. So we do see a lot of these SACD players on a regular basis as well.
yeah, it's true, eh? So Ruel taking a comfortable lead in this third set, 7-2 up now currently. Looking to close down the match and close down the fixture for a 5-love win for SACD. Really, really impressive stuff. Still looking strong. Few errors creeping in from Judah. Looking like he's losing it a little bit. Let's see if he can make a comeback and take a set. But Ruel's looking really, really solid. So we have a correction on the Shui stat from Western Province. So they only have 4 players who lost everything this week. I'm guessing that's in the men's A section. No, it's probably across the board. But it's good to see the provinces chipping in. We're still waiting for the update from Border as to how many exactly. All we have at the moment is a lot of Shuis. Still waiting on the actual number. But looking good here in the final. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
He's playing so well, taking the ball so early, making Judah really work.
You know what? I think it's actually that backhand. It's Ruel's backhand. Like he plays the ball so far in front of him. I mean, there's no swing really. It's just a little follow through, especially on the short shots. And it's it almost brings a bit of a top spin into it. It's so impressive to watch. It's really nice.
Very short as well, so you have to move all the way to the front corner.
Great pick up there from Judah. Trying to stay in it. Goes for the nick. Tough rally here. Goes for the nick again, just doesn't get it. Like a lob there from Ruel. And the pace. Oh, nice variation there from Ruel, using the front wall to its full ability. And he's got 10-3 up, 7 match balls to win this fixture. It's a championship ball, surely. I got John Tier championship ball. Nice use of the front wall there. And another unforced error there from Judah. Ruel takes the match 3-love. SACD takes the final 5-0 in fixtures. Yeah, really impressive stuff there from the SACD squad. Honestly, good support, good squash, good experience going through, and yeah, just great performance there all round. Thanks, Jana. Do you want to give us some last words of knowledge, words of wisdom?
Not really words of knowledge, just it was a really great tournament. And yeah, we're all looking forward to the final function for tonight for the prize giving. And yeah, thank you, Barry.
Yeah, it's only a pleasure, Jana. Thanks for all the viewers. That concludes the Jarvis Cup for 2025 here in Gqeberha, and another win for SACD, keeping the winning streak on point. And yeah, it's been a pleasure commentating for you guys. It's been awesome squash all round, and we'll see you guys again all next year at Mossel Bay for the 2026 Growthpoint IPT Jarvis Kaplan Cup. And yeah, thanks for your support. Over and out. Right now.